Let's look at that. Let's just switch over and then we'll freaking figure it out from there. I got the lights off, but if someone wants me to turn it on, I will, but it's not that big of a deal right now. I like the dark. If I was born and raised in the dark. I forget the correct quote he said back in the day. I haven't seen the movie since it came out, but and I really didn't like the Batman movies, but the new ones came out. I don't know if I'll go see it anytime soon, but Batman's not my big favorite superhero. I'm not big into comic books in general anyways, at least right now. Let me get my chat pulled up and all that. I gotta beat this freaking game, man. It's taken forever. It's taken way too long, and I know it's my own fault because I only play like an hour or two a day. Oh, not even a day. Sometimes I'll go without a week without playing it. So, but if someone wants me to turn on the light, I definitely will. Or I open the shades, I'll brighten it up real good. I know we just did a side quest, and I need to quit with the sub quest and side cases and all that because it's gonna just take so much longer for me to get anywhere if I don't. So. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Are we only on chapter 8? Okay. Yeah, we probably won't be it today. Because I have a lot of shit to do today. I have to do my laundry, prep for tomorrow for work. And... yeah, it's not gonna be fun. Should I be an a-hole? Yeah, I'll at least open the shade while that's loading. Let's see. There we go, that's freaking bright. I just rather have that natural light instead of that gosh awful. There we go, let's get comfortable for this. I don't even have my cowboy hat on. I know I get like uncomfortable half the time, so I take it off anyways, but I try to keep the cowboy hat on because that's my gimmick, I guess. I hope everyone is having a great Saturday. I would hope so. What are your plans for today and the rest of the week? Because that is, you know, I keep saying I want to go places. Like I keep saying I want to go to vintage stock. I want to go shopping for games or just look around. Go to my 3-hour away Lego store. Okay, rest up on the couch. Let me check something real quick. So it just really depends. Let's see. I could do the... I haven't done the noise for a while. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I can't even watch. Okay, so it's around here. Let's skip it for now. It's gonna take too long. Let's just go to Yokohama 99. Get this done with. I'm not gonna tell you what happened last time if anyone does jump in because I don't want this to be spoilers. It's mainly just streams for me hanging out anyways. If I was really going to just do walkthrough, I would have started from like the beginning and numbered them and gave spoilers. But, I mean, hopefully, I guess I could mute the game sound on here and play some music perhaps. But, I don't know. I'll figure it out one step at a time. Hey, Video Game Dust Leaves. I hope you're having a great Saturday. I hope you're... Yeah, how you doing, man? I'm just trying to beat this game today. I don't know if I will, but I've been playing it since it released, and it's taken me it's just taking me forever to beat games these days. So I gotta, my backlog just keeps growing and growing and growing. So I gotta beat this game today, or I won't. At least till like Wednesday. I'll be working on your logo. Oh yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, heck yeah. I look forward to it. I like to say I'm doing pretty good. I know there's like probably like a 15-second delay again, but I'll eventually one day I'll try to get that fixed with latency issues and all that stuff. But you know, yeah, that's awesome. I'll look forward to the logo, man. I'll rest up on the couch. Let me see. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 JRPGs I need to be in. Of course, they're all going to be like 40 hours long, so it's like
you know how
I'm
they
pressed
say
for time.
your life flashes before your eyes when you're dying? That shit's
So,
real talk.
I don't know, it just depends.
You saw it all, huh?
I'm like way behind. I've been behind since like 2013, but
And suddenly
I don't think I'll ever catch up.
From Matsugane-san. Back when I was still just a rookie.
Matsugane-san was the shit.
Captain Hamura stares me down like, time to lose that pinky. And then, Higashi starts crying for me. Oh, if I'm gonna go, I ought to get a better final scene than that shit, right? Right?
I'm sure it'll be.
I'm glad they
rosy
brought
when
up the
time comes
old
for real.
OGs, Hamura and Matsugane. It's freaking cool.
That bastard Soma, though. Next time, he's fucked. We could have avenged Sawa-sensei if it weren't for that stupid ambush.
Well, you didn't tell the cops about him, did you?
Had to give the cops a statement, so I did. With a generous side of bullshit.
That'll get you busted, you know.
I'm joking. All I said was the truth. Then I got knifed by the same twisted fuck who got Sawa-sensei.
In that case, it's only a matter of time until Soma's arrested. So for now, we'll go after Kuwana, the piece that ties it all together.
Let's see.
We just have to find him before RK does.
Kuwana, huh? He's on my shit list too, just so you know.
Huh?
Kuwana must have had some sort of agenda back when he first met us. In fact,
No, that's why he did
it's
talk to
probably
us.
because you were looking into Miko Shiba. He palled around with me all because of that. I'm just a sucker of the agency, huh?
I wouldn't say that.
Still. The moment an ask for me to kick turns up, this is the shape I'm in.
Just focus
So-
on getting better. Tsukuma will stop.
You're always like that, Kaido-san.
What? Sugiura gonna give me the cold shoulder?
He and I are off to question Mamiya. He said he'd drive us from Ijincho and everything.
Get some rest, Kaido-san. Also, VGDS, if you're still here, what days do you usually film or do the podcast? Like, or what time? What days is it? Like consistently the same day every week? Because I look forward to the next one that comes out. That level podcast one was really good though. It really was. I should head back to Yokohama 99. I'm sure Sugiura has a car ready by now. Sugiura. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, no more fights. We just gotta quick speed this. I think we're on chapter 9. Let's see. Then save it real quick. Task. Chapter 9. Okay, we are in chapter 9. So I bet it's 12 or 13 chapters. And so far the cutscenes haven't been the longest and whatnot, so. I'm not in the mood, you little delinquents. I have stuff to do. I'm on a fixed schedule today. He didn't seem to care about my schedule. Wing Chun. Ip Man.
Really, guys?
If you guys have not seen Ip Man yet, you definitely need to, because Ip Man is an amazing trilogy. And they have a few spin-offs as well, but they're all pretty good movies. I'm just a martial arts enthusiast, so they could be pure garbage and I'll probably still like them, but...
Ah, Yagamishi. I'm relieved Kaito-san made it through. But I can't help feeling responsible. If I hadn't asked you to come to a Gene show, this could have been entirely avoided.
No reason
Yeah.
to beat yourself up.
Soma's
Soma's the one
only-
at fault here. Kaito-san sees it that way too.
Yagamishi.
So, we off to see Mamiya? I'm ready whenever you are.
I'm ready, Exo. Let's go. Yeah, let's not. I was gonna
Yeah,
check the board
let's go.
again, see if there's any more
All
side
right,
or
let's
side
do this.
cases.
If your theory is accurate, then Mamiya was involved in both Kawai and Mikoshiba's murders. And even if that's off, we can at least learn more about Kawana-san as a teacher.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I got about 4 hours and 20 minutes left to be able to stream this. So I don't know if we get close to the end. I know that's probably gonna be like 2 hours through the big battle and cutscenes and all that. So we'll see. I might be able to beat it today. East Ikeburo, Mami's apartment. Oh shit, she's probably dead too.
Yes?
Oh no.
Hi, it's Yagami. I dropped by with Genda Law the other day.
Not again.
I have just a few more questions I'd like to ask you.
You told me the last visit would be your only one. Seriously, why do you keep showing up here uninvited? Please, just leave me alone.
I suppose I should mention, I'm here today as a detective, not a lawyer.
So what?
And my partner here is Sugiura. He's with an
Sugiura.
agency called Yokohama 99.
Never heard of him.
He's based in Ijincho. He's working a case. Maybe you saw it on the news? The murder of Seiryo High teacher Yoko Sawa, killed in her own apartment. You and Sawa-san were classmates in high school, is that correct? After leaving Kurokawa 13 years ago, Sawa-san moved to Ijincho to teach. Are you still there?
What is it you want? I haven't seen Yoko-chan since graduation. Now go. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Maybe you'll remember Kitakata-sensei then. I ran into him at Sawa-sensei's home right before the murder. He was your homeroom teacher at Kurokawa, but resigned after the Mitsuru Kusamoto incident. Just like you, he appears to be connected to Sawa-san.
So why am I being singled out? Can't you just ask someone else?
Believe me, it's a long list.
And half of them
But
are
right
dead.
now, we're here to find out how Sawa-san got mixed up in all this. You two weren't necessarily on bad terms, were you?
If I had to say, we weren't on the best terms either.
How convenient. Because that's a perspective I'd like to hear more about as well.
My husband will be home soon. Can you keep it quick?
I'll give it my best shot.
Exactly. Thanks for hearing us out.
Hold on just a moment.
Wonder what's going on. You don't think she bolted, do
How's
you?
she gonna bolt? She's on the, like the
Wouldn't
5th
count
floor.
on it.
Should we ring again?
She's taking her sweet time in there. Is she trying to figure out an escape plan or something?
Sorry to keep you waiting. I just wanted to clean up a little.
I guess that's pretty standard. You know, my house would be a mess if someone
Your
just
son
came
home
out.
today?
He's at English school right now. I have to pick him up soon.
But they're gonna have to wait like 4 hours.
Doesn't your husband help with any of that? You said he'd be home soon, right?
Excuse me, but you are in no place to make those kinds of comments.
Sorry. Didn't mean to pry.
Well, what is it you want to ask?
Yeah, you were a bully, bitch. Udar Star, I have tons of questions, but if I piss her off, we might get booted out of here with nothing to show for her. Have you seen Kitakata-san sensei lately?
Have you been in contact with Kitakata-sensei lately?
I haven't. He's someone I'd rather not have in my life.
Are you surprised that he stayed in Ijincho after resigning from the school?
No, not really.
How about the fact that now he's using an alias?
I had no clue. But again, he has nothing to do with me.
None of this seems to faze her. Maybe I should take it a step further. Dear Mitsuru Kusumoto.
Do you remember Mitsuru Kusumoto?
Mitsuru Kusumoto.
Yes, we were classmates in high school.
Oh, sorry, I was just getting back to
Jumped
your
off the school
message.
roof
It's
after
once a
his
month or
classmate
on
Shinji
Saturday.
Kawano.
Oh, okay. And I release
I hear
2
he's
a
still in
month
coma.
on the 2nd.
13
And
years
oh,
old.
okay. I'll keep an eye out for
Weren't
them,
you
man.
going to ask me
Yeah,
about
they're really
Yoko-chan?
good.
I was. but there seemed to be an awful lot of Kurokawa graduates surrounding this case. And strangely enough, they were all in your class. Kitakata Sensei being the prime example, as well as a guy named Akaike-san. Remember him?
Well, you're right. We were in the same class.
And he's dead now.
And would you say you're all familiar with Mitsuru Kusamoto's situation?
Yes, but that's not a warm memory for any of us.
No, I understand a lot of people don't like watching the
understand.
games
Sure
like
it's
this
not.
because it's very story driven, so they might play it one day and they don't want spoilers, so I understand why people don't like watching these as much, but I gotta beat this game today.
The groping was orchestrated, right?
Excuse you?
When Akihiro Ihara grabbed you on the train, you were in on that, weren't you? The whole thing was a conspiracy, staged to play out as it did.
You need to leave. Right now.
Dude, what gives?
No one would even think to consider a predator and his victim could be accomplices. It's unheard of. But if it was to establish a murder alibi, that's another story, considering how much lighter the sentence is. That way, Ihara got away with killing Miyoshiba, paying only a fraction of the price. But as luck would have it, proving it is going to require you to cooperate with us now.
If you don't get up and say, I'm calling the police, I mean it!
It took me quite a long time to figure out how you and Ihara were connected. But once I learned Yokosawa attended Kurokawa, it all started falling into place. She was in your homeroom class. She looked after Toshiro Ihara. She was the link to everyone. But just before I could ask her about any of this, she was murdered by Kamurocho gang. That same gang has been hunting your old teacher, Kitakata Sensei.
What is it you want from me?
Lamia-san, do you have any idea where Kitakata Sensei could be? He may be Kawana the handyman, but he hasn't answered his work line since Sawa-san's murder.
I don't know. He was my teacher a decade ago. I barely remember his face.
Well, I'm willing to wager Kitakata Sensei still remembers yours. I'll prove it right now.
Oh, God.
There's no way you, Kitakata's alias Kawana, had forgotten you Mamiya's face. The proof of that is the video. Footage of Kusamoto, age 17, being bullied by a group. We're just gonna go full out. Let's reveal this.
See for yourself.
No.
This was recorded at Kurokawa Academy 13 years ago. Feeling nostalgic yet? It was well hidden. Your Kitakata Sensei had it on a USB drive. He really didn't want this thing being seen. The most interesting part is the date. It's the very same day Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped off the school roof. And hanging out in the back, we see you, laughing and cheering right along with the other boys.
Guess it's safe to say it's a good thing your family wasn't home. Wouldn't exactly want them seeing this, would we?
Has this video come up? Has Kitakata Sensei ever mentioned to you that he had it?
Please. Please delete it.
Considering the angle, I get the feeling that this was recorded in secret. And based on your reaction, did you even know it existed?
Tell
You know what
us.
happened to Mitsuruku. He's been in a coma ever since what you did to him that day.
You've been lying to
Still,
us since day
only
one.
one of you took the fall. Shinya Kawai took all the blame. Well, sort of, being that he got fired. Kitakata Sensei took heat too.
Man, it's really hard to pull off a jean jacket.
You all
But
just
man, he
moved
does
right
it.
along with your lives. You've even got happy little families.
I don't think I could pull off a jean jacket.
What? Are you expecting someone?
Amiya-san?
Well, I knew it would happen someday.
What do you mean?
Looks like she wanted some company.
Bitch trying to set me up. We're gonna show her. You guys are just a bunch of fodder.
Let's go.
Ah, damn, okay. You ruined her house, assholes. Oh, and then that final punch to finish it off. That was funny.
Well, this turned into a shit show.
Rip the mask off.
And would you look at that?
It's all the students.
Our old friend Akihike-san showed up to play a part. So you are all working together.
What should we do with them? They're the jerks who hurt Tsukumo-kun, right?
Break every finger on their hand, it still won't make you even. Come on, they may have more on the way. I have an old haunt in mind we move this to, and Mamiya-san's coming with.
Huh?
Let's not cause a scene, okay? I'd hate for a finger to slip and post this video.
Yeah, we'll go straight to the health administration. And it'll become viral overnight. I mean, we know they're a bunch of bad people too, but they shouldn't be as bad as they used to be, I'd hope. Oh, we're back in Kamurocho. Oh, Charles. Charles.
Hey, you think this is your personal jail, Yagami? What makes you think you can keep bringing captives here?
Well, it's the safest spot we know. Doesn't it feel good to be such a reliable friend?
Yeah, Higashi, be cool. We won't be around long.
Higashi BA.
You think time's the issue? This is about respect, man. What you call? We kicking him out?
Oh, quick bit of news, Higashi-san. Kaito-san got shanked in Yokohama.
What? What the fuck? Kaito Aniki? By who? You'll know once we're done explaining.
Pretty sure that's a different voice actor than what it was before, but
She
we'll go
called
with
up
it.
her friends to come after us just a little bit ago.
Yeah. And I'd do it again.
I think it was Steve
I
Bloom
don't give a shit
before.
about that. What happened to Aniki? You better have paid him back already, Yagami.
Same person that does a bunch of other characters and like
Fuck
Zabuza
those
and a bunch of
arcade
other
assholes.
people.
And how could Aniki have let him get to him like that?
Now that Higashi-san's up to speed, should we get to it? I imagine Mamiya-san doesn't want to drag this out.
What do you intend to do with me?
First, you'll tell us everything you know. We'll decide how to deal with you afterward.
Your time's up, bully bitch. I tried to be nice. If you would came clean before, we wouldn't have to be doing this.
Then let's get this over with. What do you want to know?
Let's start with the video. Any thoughts you'd care to share? I found it on a flash drive in Kitakata-sensei's room. Or should I say, Kawana's. I take it that means he's the one who recorded it.
Yes.
That means Kawana already knew back then the rest of you were bullies too?
Yes.
If that's the case, then why was Shinya Kawai the only student thrown under the bus for it? Kawana-san didn't show that tape to anyone else?
We had no idea we were even being taped. We didn't find out about the video, or the reason he sat on it so long until way after graduating.
Why exactly did he sit on it for so long?
Kitakata-sensei said he kept it so he could teach us for the rest of our lives.
What?
If that video came out at the time of the incident, I'm sure life would have been hard for us then. After all, Kawhi was exposed online, and that would mean millions of yen in compensation for damages.
Yeah, but you guys could have wound up in the same boat.
No. I mostly would have come across as dumb kids he roped into helping him. We might have caught some flack, but people would chalk it up to kids and their cliques and move on. But
But when they
how it
became
would have gone
successful-
if it had come out when we were still teenagers.
You're saying circumstances are different now?
I have a child now. A husband, an upscale apartment. If the world sees that tape now, I'll lose it all. And what do you think would happen to my son? The son of a woman who drove the kid to attempt suicide. His life would be ruined. That recording is more than kids being cruel. Mitsuru jumped from the school roof that very night and is still in a coma today.
And you're dealing with a
Yeah,
very powerful lady
You have
that's in
that
charge
much
of
more
the
to
health
lose now
ministry.
than when you were a kid.
So with this video as leverage, Kitakata Sensei is continuing to teach his former pupils.
Same for all my classmates. Kurokawa Academy is a prestigious school, after all. Most graduates go off to great universities, land high-paying jobs. One started his own company, others have families.
And they're all in your position too, huh? If that video gets out, they lose everything.
Exactly. Do you get it now? He waited for all of us to get what we wanted in life, just so he could threaten to take it all away. And when that time came, he started contacting us. Every student you see in that video.
When was the first time Kawana approached you?
5 years ago. I was out on a walk with my son, and he came strolling up out of the blue. At first, I barely recognized him. His eyes were so hollow. Then,
Well, you
without
ruined
so
his
much as
life.
a word, he took out his phone and played that video.
Well, granted,
He's
you
a
know,
psychopath.
Well, all you kids tormenting Mitsuru looked pretty psychopathic to me.
exactly.
And you're so perfect. An angel who never once acted out of line.
No.
Never lashed out at someone weaker than you, or sided with the group to shut someone out. Everyone does it. We were just lucky enough to have some great teams, picking on some kid who couldn't take it. Why did this have to happen to me?
I'd say it's because bad things happen to bad people. You'll sling your barbs from a safe distance, but once you're on the other side of it, you curl up and play victim.
Exactly.
You said it was 5 years ago that Kawana showed you the video? Reminds me of something Shirosaki-sensei was looking into.
Shirosaki.
There was this guy. I think his name was Shinya Kawai.
Shinya
Something
Kawai.
about him getting snatched off the streets about 5 years back.
Kawana stepped back into Mamiya and the others' lives 5 years ago, around when Kawai was abducted, which means...
And it was you guys. You're the ones who abducted him in Kamurocho and murdered him.
No, it wasn't us. We could never do something like that.
Wasn't us, huh? So you're not denying he was murdered after all? Who was it?
And you're not denying you're the ones that
All
kidnapped
Sensei
him.
told us was to find Kawhi somewhere in Kamurocho and bring him back with us, no matter what it took.
Did Kawana tell you what he wanted with him?
He needs to be there when you all beg for forgiveness. Is all he said. And if we refused, he'd leak the video. So we all went to see Kawhi, but he wanted nothing to do with Sensei. Considering he'd cost him everything, that came as no surprise.
But doing nothing would cost the rest of you everything too.
Yes. So we had to force him into a van. After he put up a fight.
Yeah, that lines up with what the local eyewitnesses said. So then what happened? Nobody's heard from the guy since.
We were directed to bring him to a wharf in Yokohama. And that's where we begged for forgiveness. After that, he said we were free to go. All except Kawhi.
So you left him there alone with Kawana?
We had to.
I mean, Kawana's not
The
perfect
day
either,
after,
because if he
I got a message on my phone.
You know, he's
saying,
What
kind
did
of
he
an
say?
a-hole for not standing up.
There was only a video. It was of all of us, pushing Kawhi into the van. Turns out he recorded what we did in the city. You can see all of our faces so clearly. How we covered Kawhi's mouth as he screamed for help. Even if you know all the backstory, the video is a clear-cut abduction. As I was watching it the first time, another message came in. This time, a picture. When I saw it, I just went cold. That's when I knew I would never be able to escape him. It was a picture of Kawhi. Dead. Anyone who saw those messages would think we killed him after shoving him into the van.
And that's how he got his real leverage on his former students.
Since then, we've been at his beck and call. No matter what he tells us to do, we wouldn't dare refuse him.
He's giving you orders?
That man! He forces us to help him. He makes us accomplices to murder.
Murder?
They're being forced to help Kawana kill people, and this case is finally cracking wide open.
What the hell? Murder who, exactly?
Any bullies involved in suicides. That's who Sensei's got it in for. Anyone he can find across the country. He doesn't even care how old the case is. If a student commits suicide, and bullying is suspected as the cause, he'll turn up. As far as I know, counting Kawhi, I think he's killed at least 7 people.
7? How's he doing this?
He's a
his
handyman.
idea of justice is killing bullies? Across the entire country?
He said that's the only way we can atone. Anyone who drives someone to suicide must always face justice. Until society comes to terms with this, he says we'll keep getting our hands dirty. That way, we might be able to save the next few Mitsurus before it's too late for them.
I'm not sure I should say this out loud, but I'm kind of rooting for this guy now.
Me too.
Let's not. So was the murder of Hiro Mikoshiba part of that agenda? We know Mikoshiba drove Ihara-san to suicide 4 years prior. That has to be why Kawana let Ihara murder him, and how you found your role in establishing his alibi.
Not just me. Grabbing Mikoshiba required a good number of people. All the people who pinned Ihara down. And even the ones who filmed it, they were working for Sensei.
So that's how it went down.
We had an unspoken agreement that we wouldn't directly take part in any killing. He just makes us his accomplices somehow. Like luring a target or digging a hole for a body. But the one thing we can't ever do is turn him down. If we do, he'll send his video of us abducting Kawhi to the police. And then Kawhi's body will turn up with our fingerprints all over his corpse. And we know that because he's hidden Kawhi's corpse in a freezer somewhere.
What the hell?
Preserving one of his murder victims?
Just as
So
blackmail.
as long as he has that, you're wrapped around his finger.
Mitsuru Kusumoto's case 13 years ago was the catalyst that drove Kawana to executing bullies. Hiro Mikoshiba, who Ihara murdered, was just one of many in behind him. Kawana was pulling the strings all along.
Sounds to me like Kawana's had one thing on his mind for 13 years. Sitting on that video and becoming an Ijincho handyman was all in service of his real motive, killing off bullies. He's dragged all his former students into this hell, until the day it destroys every single one of you.
So who's actually the bad guy, Arake or Kawana?
We'll see.
Or are they just...
We're still
I mean, I
figuring
guess...
out a few things
Yeah, they're all
that
bad.
we can't
But...
What?
There are these scumbags chasing down Kawana called RK. What part do they play? Strangely enough, they never came up once during your confession. So tell me, why'd they come for Yoko Sawa?
That I don't know for certain. But Sensei did reach out to Yoko-chan about 6 months ago over the phone. He was asking her about the suicide at Seiryo High.
The suicide at Seiryo High. You must be talking about Toshiro Ihara.
The lawsuit played out like no bullying took place, right? That the school wasn't responsible. But Yoko-chan was a teacher there.
Oh,
And Sensei was able to get the truth out of her.
How'd he do that? What did he say?
From Yoko-chan's perspective, she and Sensei were both just teachers dealing with students attempting suicide. I think that's why she let her guard down and told them everything. After learning the truth, Sensei believed Mikoshiba needed to be held accountable.
So if Sawa-sensei hadn't talked to him, Nahara wouldn't have gotten involved? And none of this would be happening in Ijincho?
Possibly.
No, this isn't right. Sawa-sensei didn't know Kawana's identity or his objectives. She thought she was just talking through her problems with a sympathetic ex-teacher.
yeah,
At the very
probably so.
least, she sure as hell didn't deserve to die for that.
It's not like we're the ones who did it.
She's still a bitch. Turn her
Who
in.
is it? Block number.
It's Kawana. Kitakata.
Hello?
Yo, know who this is, Yagami?
Kawana?
Yeah. I heard you're looking for me.
Where are you?
I'm willing to meet you now if you come along. But you have to let Mamayu go in exchange.
What?
Alright. She's free as soon as I see you.
Works for me. Then come on down to your office. I thought I'd let myself in.
What?
Gotta say, this chair's pretty comfy.
Pretty sure I locked up behind me when I left.
Listen, I'll only meet you alone. No one else. And don't make me wait long, or I could change my mind.
He told me to meet him alone. You can let Mamiya-san go once I confirm he's there.
You gonna be alright by yourself?
Well, he already knows Mamiya-san's with us. I'm guessing he was watching us from somewhere. And I can't afford to do anything that would piss him off enough to make him disappear.
Got it.
No. We'll take care of this end of it. Shouldn't you move your ass?
Higurashi-san's got a badass suit that I would love to have. Alright, let's go meet this asshole. Knew I didn't like him from the start. Well, let's see, okay, I guess we can do this real quick.
Not really picking it up. Signal's weak.
Huh, forget it. I don't know, it has to be around somewhere, but we don't have time to deal with that right now. So we gotta go back to the Yagami agency office. ASAP. Hold the phone. Yeah, I guess I could have one bowl. You ruin my chances to get some food. I will end you. Stand there with your arms folded, that ain't gonna work with me. There we go, got you. Don't stand a chance against me. Get out of my way. I got some kitakata to eat. Should save it just in case. Ah, fuck, I forgot to eat. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. I got food just in case. That much isn't going to make that much of a difference, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, I don't even like stamina lights, so we'll just use those to get to full health.
Hope you don't mind, I let myself in. Now, are you gonna hold up your end and release Yui Mamiya? Come on. You and I can either try to make this work, or neither of us is gonna get what we want. So, you gonna make the call or what?
Hello? Yagami-san?
I'm with Kawana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do.
Don't pay for her fare either, so she has to waste her
Sorry
money to get
about
back
all
home.
this, Yagami. Why don't you sit down? Maybe it's time you and I had a heart-to-heart. How's Kaito holding up?
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this shit.
If that's the case, why were you already waiting in her apartment? RK's top men were lying in wait over there to get their hands on you. So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me, Kawana. Was it because of you?
Would you feel better if it was?
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home grading her papers right now. You tell me. Is that what's eating away at you right now?
That's not the case, though.
Because if it is,
You're mistaken.
that guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry. When I saw in the news that she had been murdered in cold blood, it felt like the whole world had stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could.
You keep
But
fucking up, man.
To fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
Yeah,
You
2008.
mean back to when you were a school teacher.
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity.
Yeah.
Seeing someone's life get cut short.
I kind of understand why he just, like, don't take it too far, you know? Just chill out, hoping, you know, you have faith that people will just stop, you know?
You never really bounce back from it, do you? But I don't have to tell you that. I did my homework on you, Yagami. It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman. You and I are the same. We both have scars. And they're the type of scars that never fully heal.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
But for Sawa-kun, it was 13 years ago. The very day before Mitsuru Kusumoto jumped. She stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was. Up until that day, I just assumed it was boys being boys, teasing.
Which is
I
understandable.
figured it was harmless, that they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on. I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru. It's not like I'd seen any fighting. So I warned him not to overdo it. And eventually he would take the hint.
Well, according to what I was told, you smirked, actually.
Yeah, I guess that's what I did. I was too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind? She asked. Her eyes were this piercing mix of pity and scorn. According to what she told me, nearly half the class was bullying Mitsuru. She said she'd seen him at the station. She made it sound like he had half a mind to jump onto the tracks right then and there.
Damn. I mean, I guess that could hurt him, but
I'm not so presumptuous anymore. But back then, I used to think my students were my biggest fans. I thought I'd won their hearts and minds. But the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth. I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened. So I decided to do my homework. The next day, I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
but that was still too late. So that's how he got the bullying video. He had set it up himself to record the room remotely.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Yeah. You
Just
saw
he was
it, right?
several days too late.
Talk about
Weeks.
the ugly side of kids. Hard to watch, wasn't it? Unfortunately, by the time I picked up the camera and saw what it recorded, Mitsuru had made his jump. I missed him by a few crucial moments. What happened in that classroom was the final straw. Later on, all the bullies were asked what happened. Each and every one of them lied. Kawai started it. It wasn't our idea, they said. To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawai forcing Mitsuru to do his bidding. So the people held culpable were Kawai and myself. The callous homeroom teacher who deliberately turned a blind eye. That was the day I began living my life with real purpose.
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying. You went so far. You put aside your own life to make sure they atoned somehow.
That's right. Mitsuru Kuzumoto.
It's really hard to hate this guy. He's
as good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
You say that, even though Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it. I'll ask you again. Why were you at her apartment the other day? Don't dodge the question this time.
I wouldn't say I dodged it. But I suppose I should explain from the beginning. 4 years ago, there was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time. You know this, right? A student at Seiryo High School? Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
What did she want?
She had a sneaking suspicion that I was involved in his death. She called me a few times, prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
And? What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd. That there was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba.
Sawa-sensei was the one who told Kawana I'd show up at her school. I hope this has multiple endings, because if I could choose to let him go, I'll let him go.
But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail. Although, Sawa-kun was a problem too. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
And then what?
First, I found out where the two of you would be meeting up, at that little cafe. Then, I hired the Leomong to step in. But you put up one hell of a fight. They had strength in numbers, but you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my other message went through. At the same time, Sawa-kun was handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know. Yue Mamiya. They hadn't seen each other in 13 years. Sawa-kun had no idea.
young lady in the sunglasses. Yui Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night was intended as a warning to Sawa-kun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
Yeah. Sawa-sensei was too smart. She must have started suspecting that you'd had something to do with Mikoshiba's murder. After all, who else could have known we'd be meeting at that cafe? She'd have traced it right back to you.
Even if Sawa-kun had started to suspect me, I knew she wouldn't sell me out to the cops. We're too alike. The both of us lost students to suicide on our watch. That said, I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the mess I started, so I scared her off, and I thought she would stay away. The day she was killed, she called to ask if we could speak in person. I could tell something was wrong. She was on the verge of tears the whole call. Then she broke down. I asked her why, of course, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried to phrase the question.
So then what? Did you just waltz on over there? Doesn't seem like
See
you.
what time it is. It's
Watch it.
11:22. Okay.
You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe. But I assume you had some sort of plan going in. Were you gonna confess to her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawa-kun, no. I think she would have understood me. Or at least that's what I had believed. In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure she'd have rather washed her hands of me.
So why is RK involved? That's a
Hard as it
real
is to hear,
question.
I think she called me under duress. RK probably had her hostage. That would explain the vague responses. That's probably why her voice was trembling. It's tragic.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
Let's team up.
You serious?
I don't want to. This.
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest, I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed how RK seems to show up at the worst possible times? Someone must be pulling their
Exactly. It
strings.
can't be the health
We're
minister.
on the same page.
Ministry.
At least we agree
I
on
feel like
something.
she would be happy.
Just a sec. Yeah. I'm still over here with Yagami-san. You're not being tailed by any of his guys, are you? Okay,
Throw him out the window.
then I'll meet you right now. That was Mamiya-kun. She said she's free. You guys have been true to your word. Tell Sugiura-kun that I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle here.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you. But you need to get out while you still can.
If you disappear into the night, I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
Oh, no need for that. As far as I'm concerned, this is goodbye. I wouldn't count on that.
Aw, damn. Team up, assholes. You make enough mistakes yourself, you idiot. That's why you're in this scenario. Apparently you're not smart, or what's her name? The sensei would not be dead.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Hold up! Now let me shoot! They don't give up! Ah!
Oh, fuck.
Don't you have anything else to do?
Damn, I missed that. Man, so far behind. Like that. Still missed him. He's so freaking far ahead. Asshole.
Where'd he go? Kawana! You guys again. You really need the masks. Come on, Kurakawa kids.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kawana!
What are you going to do now? What do you think happens when he spills everything? Sounds like your lives are over, unless you shut him up.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh? Is that you, Akage?
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
Answer me, Sensei!
I know. I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay, then. Time to learn your lesson!
Come on. What kind of lesson is this?
You guys suck. You guys can't stand up against me. I'll take you out first because you got that whiny voice. No pity on you. Damn, I'm so bad at that. Not a bad fight. Now to fight the real beast.
Kawana! Oh no, Kawana! Really? So nice of you to stick around. Mamiya-san. Well, since Kawana couldn't stay, it sounds like you're not out of the woods just yet, huh?
Making some
13
progress.
years in the past, Mitsuru Kusumoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kuwana's. Ridden by guilt, Kuwana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows.
Makes sense.
However, Yokosawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
And he still keeps fucking up. You could have teamed up, asshole.
What are you doing?
Getting your identification on record, so you won't be a threat to us anymore.
What?
And I think you owe us after everything you've done. Expect me to come collect one of these days. Your carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Don't tell me we're going back to that dingy arcade.
We sure are. But try not to hold a grudge. It wasn't us who abandoned you.
Yeah, then he only cares about himself. And his own little righteous justice.
Higashi, you already called Sari-san and the gang, right?
Yeah, I let them know what's up. They said they'll head over when they're ready.
I'll ship Sari-san and...
Well, she was pretty stunned when I told her who Kuwana really is and what he's up to.
And
Sound a
Higurashi.
little smug there, Higashi-san. Taking credit for the detective work you didn't even do? Back me up here, Yagami-san.
Whatever, man. Kuwana got away, and that's all that matters. Still, the task in front of us is finishing Sari-san's case. We have to clear up Ahara's crime once and for all. With Mamiya-san's help, of course.
Finally, I'm ready to get some answers. Well, we still got time till Shirosaki-sensei gets here. Why don't you take a breather, Yagami-san?
Huh?
Sure. I'll call you once everyone's here.
Break sounds good.
By the way, Higashi, has anything unusual gone down in Kamasho lately? Anything involving RK?
Yeah, about that. My guys are saying things have been a little too quiet since yesterday. Soma and Akutsu are out
Spike.
in Ichijo too.
Speedo.
They come back and they're in.
God, the live action.
They can pay for what they did to Kaito Aniki.
Make them pay? Aren't your Yakuza days behind you now?
It's not the Yakuza in me talking. That's just a problem I'm gonna be the solution for.
Heck yeah,
Isn't
Higurashi.
that exactly what a Yakuza would say?
Spike Speedo.
Think of it as getting
So
revenge
stupid.
for a brother. I'm doing the right thing, damn it.
Yeah, maybe it's just how you're putting it.
Besides, what's it matter if I was Yakuza? I've got my own code, and I'm gonna do right by me.
Whatever you say. Much as things change, they stay the same.
Since I'm out, might as well check on how the city's doing. I'll go kill some time somewhere. We'll see. I mean, yeah, I guess it's not gonna give me a choice. But let's save right now anyways. Ah, fuck off. I don't like doing that. I don't like having multiple save things. Let me see. Damn. I'm going to delete some of those. I guess I could do it now. Because I don't know. It gets my OCD. I only like to have 1 or 2 at the most. Storage. I just don't know if it's extended or I guess we'll just check this. Free space. In applications limit, lost judgment. I gotta be careful. That's system storage. Where the hell would be save data? Okay, that's what that is. Damn it, I can't do it now. Guess I'll do it later. I gotta remember to do that. I know I'll keep forgetting, that's what I mean. Let's see, am I supposed to do something? I really don't want to waste too much time. I just want to kind of... Maybe I could go to Tinder? I don't know. Kind of just want to get on with the story. Really?
Hey, Yagami-san, it's Sugiura.
Hey.
Shirosaki-sensei and the others just got to Charles. They're getting ready to grill Mamiya-san.
Got it. And I'll head back.
Thanks.
Yep, I'm headed back. I definitely do want to start watching more Japanese live actions, but I need to finish some anime I'm watching right away. I'm behind on everything, but no, I'm past Charles. Charles. I see where it's at. No, I bet that's it. I don't know.
Really? You too, Gendo Sensei?
What? Am I in the way?
Of course not.
Rather have you than the kid.
I figured if they could pull a fast one on Saori-kun, I'd at least want to look him in the eye.
Why are all these people here? What gives?
We've been waiting for you, Yagami-san. Mamiya-san is about to enlighten us on the truth behind the groping.
Good.
Oh, and I heard about Sawa-sensei. I'm so sorry.
Our condolences. Looks like she got mixed up in all this when RK was chasing after Kawana. But we're still not sure why they chased him. To figure that out, we'll have to retrace Kawana's steps.
Exactly.
That said, let's start with the harassment charges, Mamiya-san.
Don't give me that sigh, you bully bitch. I wish Kaido-san was here.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Pout all you want, but keep the answers straight. Got it?
I've said it once, I'll say it again. Jean jackets are hard to pull off, and somehow he does it.
So Kawana had you play the victim, and together you pulled one over on the police and the court.
Can you confirm if this is all accurate so far, please?
Yeah.
The person who groped you on the train wasn't Ahara-san himself. It was his stand-in. And my understanding is that he had conspirators to help him fabricate this event?
That's right.
What was Kawana doing at the time? Was he in Ijinsho or Tokyo?
Didn't you hear your lady friend? Ahara-san had a stand-in. And that stand-in was our sensei.
You mean Kawana posed as Ahara himself? So this Ahara was actually Kawana. Huh.
Sensei and Ahara-san have a pretty similar build. Not sure they could have pulled it up otherwise, you know?
Yeah, I couldn't fill in for him.
Like his mouth. You sure that's really Kawana-san?
That part around his mouth is fake. He said he scanned Ahara-san's face and made it on a 3D printer.
Oh, huh. You can print things in 3D now?
Well, it's a machine that takes a model's
Gendo.
data from a computer and prints physical objects using materials like resin. So if you were to scan a person's face onto a computer, A 3D printer could accurately recreate it.
I don't know the details, but that's what Sensei used to become a Harusan.
Something like this. See, with a 3D printer, a piece of a face is pretty easy to make.
What the hell?
Silicone.
See, his eyes are hidden behind the sunglasses, and the seams on his jaw are obscured by the mask.
It's incredible, I must say. With the mouth area so visible, it's too convincing to think he's anybody else. And with the prosecution assuming he's just another sexual predator, they fell for it.
This is no time to be impressed. In case you forgot, he had the defense fooled too.
Right.
Assuming Kuwana was Ahara's double, there's still some evidence I'm iffy about.
I'm of the same opinion.
Okay. Which evidence is questionable?
Time to pull back the curtain on the case. Any evidence I'm unsure of, I need to press Mamiya on right now. So basically, there could be a few things. There's the one when they switch. You know, because they would have to switch. Or there could be...
How should we be looking at this?
The guy getting taken down in the footage is the real Harusan. Sensei had already switched places with them before the scene happened. No one saw through his disguise.
Makes sense. There'd be no way to swap places after getting caught like this.
Yeah.
The sunglasses were removed too.
Also, the person who tripped him was one of ours. So was the one who took the smartphone video. If nobody tried to stop him, he would have just gotten away. But the most important part of it was pinning a Harusan as the culprit out in public.
Right. If that didn't happen, the entire alibi goes up in smoke.
More or less.
So basically, this entire battery case was calculated from the start. Nothing but smoke and mirrors.
But you own this. I better press Mamiya on evidence. Time to pull back the curtain. Okay, on the groping case. Okay. Oh, that wasn't right. Okay.
Any thoughts after seeing this?
Stop it.
You're gonna look away? You aided and abetted by playing the victim, didn't you?
She's just a bully, man.
Yes.
Who put this video up on the internet?
Sensei did. He said from the start that once a Harusan got his guilty verdict, he'd upload it to the internet.
So that was all part of the plan.
Yeah. Sensei can't forgive the law for how easy it lets out bullies. The Harusan's the same way. His son's death was brushed aside. The court blamed his suicide on unknown factors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what led them to his whole plan. The real victim is some bully who never got what he deserved, and the killer gets off in court by being convicted of battery. How would the public respond after finding out they'd gamed the law like that?
So Kuwana and Ahara's real plan was to make a mockery out of the justice system.
They did a very good job as well.
The courts are beside themselves for dragging the police into this.
I guess Ahara really was desperate. He was never concerned about his own punishment. He tarnished his own name to humiliate the law.
Yeah, cop or not, Ahara's a broken man.
He's broken and he only cares about his son at that point. I don't blame him.
The courts all but ignored his case. No wonder he went along with Kuwana.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Sensei and a Harusan are the perfect pair with nothing to lose. The only ones who do are the ones forced to comply. Us. Speaking of which, are we done here yet?
No, bitch. You're done when I will tell you we're done. I better press Mamiya on the evidence. Okay. Let's see. You got that one.
How about this then?
What's this? A map of the station?
We made a diagram of Shinjuku Station. The platform's packed with cameras, but take a closer look and you'll notice a small blind spot.
We've all been looking into it. So, let's say Ahara murdered Mikoshiba and faked his alibi at the station. If that was the case, then after Ahara had his stand-in do the deed, they would have swapped at this blind spot. Sound about right.
Is I give up what you're looking for? You figured it out. You win. What more do you want?
This came out pretty clearly.
Uh-huh.
So the guy in the back is Kuwana posing as Ahara, right?
Yes. And he actually didn't lay a finger on me. His prints couldn't show up.
Sounds like you had a hell of a time getting this set up.
I didn't. Sensei sure did.
How about this then?
And this is?
Aisuika.
Before the incident, Ahara used this
Aisuka
card to
card.
the ticket gate in Ikebukuro, time of which was recorded.
Right, and it was on October 7th at 7:43 a.m.
Thanks, Hoshino-kun.
Happy to help, Yagami-san.
What a brown
The
noser.
earliest Mikoshiba's time of death would have been 7:30 a.m. If Ahara killed Mikoshiba in a Jinsho, he would have only had 13 minutes to get to Ikebukuro. And frankly, that's
They need
impossible.
to, man, Higurashi, you need to clean your
That's what's
walls,
so
man.
cool.
Look at all the stains on them.
Sensei borrowed the card from Ehara-san beforehand and passed through the gate. Afterward, he slipped it back to Ehara-san when they switched places. That way, Ehara-san ended up having the time-stamped card on him. Makes sense?
So even the entry time through the ticket gate was used as part of the alibi?
It all seems so obvious now that I hear it. Nobody suspected a groping was being used as an alibi for murder.
Yeah. And on top of all that, no one knew Mikoshiba had been killed during the trial. They really pulled it off.
Anything else?
I better press Mamiya on the evidence? Okay, let's see. I think we have like
This
2
piece
more
of
to
the puzzle
do.
still needs an explanation.
Is that...
The police examined the trace evidence on Ahara's hands after he was caught. And from the analysis, the same fibers from Mamiya-san's undergarments were found on Ahara's hands.
That's right. If the stand-in was the groper, Ehara-san wouldn't have touched Mamiya-san at all. But the evidence on Ehara-san's hands suggests otherwise. Rather strange, isn't it?
I take it there was a trick to this, too?
That's simple. Before I got in the train, I met with the real Ehara-san at the underground platform. That's when I had him touch the undergarment. After that, all I had to do was go to the bathroom and put them on. That's what...
Do fibers stay on your hand that long though in like real life? Just as I suspected, she and Ihara fabricated the harassment evidence long before it happened.
What the police found on Ehara-san's hands was exactly what we wanted them to find. And it would serve as hard proof he grabbed me. The cords really ate it up. It was hard not to laugh sometimes, to be honest.
You're really starting to open up. That's the spirit.
Yagami-san, you sure that's enough?
Yeah, I think we've got plenty. Bottom line, groping was a fabrication. At the very least, we know that the prosecution's evidence can all be refuted.
The courts were being intentionally misled. I'm considering filing an appeal.
Are you saying you want a retrial?
I am. We'll reveal Ahara and Kawana's plot and overturn the verdict they issued.
That might be harder than it sounds.
Why do you say that, Genda-sensei?
Well, the previous trial resulted in Ahara being found guilty, right? As the client, if he doesn't want an appeal, there's no way you're getting one. Doesn't matter what any lawyer tries to do. If Ahara refuses to appeal, then that's that.
Then we'll talk to him tomorrow. First, we need to see how he reacts to everything we've got on him.
Sounds good. Then let's meet at the detention center tomorrow.
Will do.
So, we done for the night?
Sure are. Great job, everyone. Go get some rest.
So the question is, what are we gonna do with Mamiya-san?
Yo, Yagami.
Just let her go?
You sure it was cool to let that Mamiya chick just
Oh.
go home?
Yeah? Why?
I mean, she helped Kuwana kill all those people. Aren't you gonna turn her in or something?
I would. There's nothing we can do.
Nothing we can do?
Frankly, we don't have any proof of the murder she was talking about.
What, so this is all for nothing?
No.
Nothing directly pointing to Mamiya anyway. Aside from Mikoshiba, no other bodies turned up. Which means all we can do is take her home, right? Sugiura is making sure she gets back safe.
Fine, forget it. Why are you still here? Everyone else went home already.
Come on, man, why the cold shoulder? Am I really that annoying?
You wouldn't be the guy I'd call to hang out with. So if you're done, then go.
Wow, straight for the jugular, huh?
But if it's help you need, I'll be there. I've had nothing but time lately. But only if you bow your head and ask nice. Then I'll consider it.
Alright, Higurashi.
I know for a fact you'd help me out regardless, so why waste a good bow? Thanks for the drink.
Dude, come on. That was your cue to bow and ask nice.
Gonna go to Sari-san. Okay. Time to call it a day. So we gotta go back to Yagami Detective Agency, so... We're getting towards the end, guys. We really are. Question is, how long is that final cutscene? Probably take like 2 to 3 hours. If it's like Yakuza, it's definitely gonna be 2 hours. I don't think the last one was probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours too. So, like First Judgment. So. Ah. Running like a drunk. Alright, Exo. Did they actually send any more requests? I don't have time for it, but no, that's it. I don't have time to go back to Yokohama either, so we'll work with what we have and see. Okay, got 100 in. What time is it now? Oh, it's almost noon. 6 minutes till noon, so we still have about 3 hours left. So we might. I don't. It's only chapter 9 though. It's like usually 10. Would they end it at chapter 10? I don't know about that, but do I have to go all the way back there, or can I just go to a taxi? I'm just gonna go to the taxi and hope that's where we go. Oh, it says it right there in the corner. Duh. Would help if I just read. Read and all. Let's take a break and have a cig real quick because I know I trapped you in here, lady. Now you pulled out your phone. You're calling the cops on me? Okay, better get going. Let me see if I could try that out real quick. It's around here somewhere. I don't know. I give up. I don't got time anyways. Exalt, we gotta go to the detention center and talk to Ayahara. The base fare 410. Where would you like to go? Let's go Tokyo Detention Center. It's a lot cheaper. Some Yakuza games is 700 yen.
So, you're recommending an appeal? I have that right? Did some new evidence come to light?
Yui Mamiya told us some things, like how you faked your alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. You wanted the sexual battery conviction, right?
Well,
your goal was to avenge your son and humiliate the law on a grand scale.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Can't lie to me, asshole.
We have a much better grasp of the situation than you think.
And what exactly have you grasped?
Like Yagami-san just said, you're innocent, as far as the harassment goes. As your lawyer, I'll file for an appeal, and we'll make sure the world knows it.
Thanks, but no. I'm scum of the earth. A pervert. The prosecution and the judge made that very clear in the verdict.
On the day of the crime, October 7th, at around 6:30 a.m., you were in Ijincho, not
Tokyo.
Baloney. I was relaxing at home.
Baloney?
Except that you weren't.
Do they actually have baloney? Like, do they eat
You wanted
a lot
to
of
give the
baloney in
man who
Japan?
pushed your son to suicide the beating of a lifetime. And you'd miss out on that opportunity if you were at home, which is why you were in Ijincho instead. Isn't that right? You and Kawana's former student staked out Mikoshiba's house until he left. Then you dragged your prey into a car and brought him to an abandoned building in Ijincho, which would later become a murder scene. Every bone on Mikoshiba's fingers was broken. Remembering how he pushed Toshiro-kun to his death, it's no wonder you'd go that far. You tortured Mikoshiba without a shred of remorse. You inflicted no small amount of pain and terror.
Ah, damn, they're really broken,
no way
alright.
you weren't there, and I'd put my money on that.
And then...
And you need the whole play-by-play, even though you already know it?
Oh, not at all. I'm just fascinated by this outrageous little story.
I use a piece of evidence to show what he did next after beating Mikoshiba. Let's try that.
As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba.
Okay, and what exactly is the point of showing this to me?
Hang on. That wasn't what I meant to pull out.
Was it, though? Pull yourself together.
I use... okay.
As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba.
Okay, and...
hang on.
Damn it. Let's see.
As for what you did next after beating...
okay, and...
hang on.
What?
As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba.
It's quite a home video.
Without leaving anything on Mikoshiba's body that could be traced back to you, you slit his throat. Estimated time of death was around 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. You tossed the bloody coat and made your way to Ikebukuro Station, where Yui Mamiya was waiting.
Are you sure? I was at Ikebukuro by 7:30 a.m. Would have been impossible for me to kill Mikoshiba in Ijincho.
The person in the security camera footage in Ikebukuro was a double who imitated your likeness. The identity of whom belonged to Jin Kawana, the handyman in Ijincho. Or maybe you know him by a different name. former high school teacher Yu Kitakata. So which name did he give you?
I don't know who you're talking about.
With Kawana in view of the security camera, you met up with Yui Mamiya at Ikebukuro first. That's where you touched the undergarment she had prepared. The police would later discover the trace evidence on your hands and pin the groping on you. Then you made your way to Shinjuku Station. After that, Mamiya and Kawana acted out the groping as they arrived at Shinjuku Station. Kawana jumped out of the train and Mamiya chased after him. And then, in the smallest of blind spots in a station absolutely packed with cameras, you were waiting for Kawana, who looked just like you. With the two of you matching, you were able to swap places in that huge crowd without anyone noticing. Kawana handed you the transit card used to pass the ticket gate. Just one piece of hard evidence that places you in Ikebukuro at 7:43 a.m. And right after the swap, Mamiya started calling for help. After that, we've all seen how the news reported it. You were caught in a public place with plenty of witnesses.
Yep.
An active duty police officer arrested for sexual battery. The public outcry was very clear. As a result, despite it being your first offense, you were actually tried and convicted. The consensus is that it was a fitting punishment for someone so heinous. Even as your lawyer, I felt the same.
Have some confidence in yourself, Hirosaki-sensei. The prosecution, the judge, and a lawyer like you all laid out the evidence in court and found me guilty. I'm in no position to doubt you. And I've long accepted the ruling that Toshiro was never bullied. There's nothing I can do but abide by the rule of law. Right? That's all I can do, right?
I know what you're trying to say. Carried out the justice that the courts wouldn't, right?
Everything my son went through was passed off like it never even happened. School, teachers, and yes, the court. They all dismissed the reason he died.
That's when Kawana came in the picture, telling you Toshiro-kun had been bullied.
Mm-hmm.
But was it Kawana's words that suddenly made you want to kill Mikoshiba? Because all of his fingers were broken while he was still alive. Was that really all just your pent-up rage?
What do you have to say, Hara-san?
There shouldn't have been any evidence of Mikoshiba's bullying. Who told Ihara the truth? Did your son tell you he was being bullied? Did Kawana tell you about the bullying? Did Sawa-sensei tell you what happened? Or did you discover bullying online?
Did Kawana really tell you? You found enough motive to murder Mikoshiba on hearsay? No. That doesn't sound right at all.
There shouldn't have been any evidence of Mikoshiba's bullying. Who told? It was Sawa-sensei, because...
Was Sawa-sensei the one who told you the truth? She was the only person Toshiro-kun confided in. You had to have heard it from her, right?
Nearly hit the nail on the head, as they say.
Nearly?
After my trial, she confessed she knew about the bullying. But only to her own teacher over the phone. She had no idea she was being recorded.
What?
Kawana-san let me listen to that recording where I learned Sawa-sensei had been muzzled by both the homeroom teacher and the lawyer. That was the proof of Toshiro's bullying I'd wanted all throughout the trial. After hearing Sawa-sensei's words, I finally understood. They pushed my boy over the edge.
Was there no other evidence of the bullying? Like a diary of Toshiro-kun's or something of the sort?
Nothing. Toshiro never talked to me or my wife about the bullying. That was probably all my fault. He was bullied in middle school too. Kids would throw his pencil case around, hide his books. And I heard about that. shoot him out. They walk all over you because you're weak. Raw spine.
I take it that was the wrong approach.
Yeah. I can't imagine how much courage it took for him to come forward about his suffering. I'm sure he felt ashamed about it. I should have listened when he pleaded for help. I should have told him I was proud of his bravery. But instead, I pushed him away. And in the end, Toshiro tried to make sure he never showed weakness to us again. No matter how much pain he was in.
Damn.
He went to a private school out in Yokohama because he hated living with me. But in the end, he still suffered.
And that's why you didn't hesitate to unleash hell on Mikoshiba.
If you say so.
He still won't admit to murdering Mikoshiba. Must be killing him not to.
So the first time Kawana showed up was when he let you listen to the phone call with Sawa-sensei, right?
Yes. He approached me and asked me if I still wanted justice for my son. I was in uniform when he came to me too. Very bold. But it paid off. I owe him a debt of gratitude. He reassured me he had already taken care of multiple individuals like Koshiba, and that he'd urged other families to avenge the children they lost to bullying. He'd tell them that simply being branded a bully wasn't enough. He promised to deliver real justice.
If justice can be served at one's own discretion, laws would cease to serve their function. If the law isn't fair to everyone, no one will obey it. The law is only able to help the powerless because it can't be swayed by money, force, or anything else.
Then tell me, what's the solution when the law fails to punish someone who laughs in its face?
She can't answer you.
To overlook those the law won't judge is to abandon those the law couldn't protect.
To render justice with confidence, you require sufficient evidence.
Some of the victims' families refused Kawana's offer of revenge, telling him it would be unforgivable. But even after rejecting his offer, not a one reported Kawana-san to the police. Do you understand what that implies? Whether you follow through with revenge or not, Kawana-san presents a solution that resonates with people. Being that the law is unfair and imperfect. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not. But we're fighting to make it as fair as we can. Laws have to change until they are perfect.
They don't change fast enough. Toshiro's death was murder by another name. Yet Hiromi Koshiba walked free. He even got to enroll in a teaching program as a student teacher.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Someone like him? It's insane! I'd die of old age before the law was ever written to be fair enough. For Toshiro's sake, I can't turn a blind eye to a world where the Mikoshibas can live without consequence. Tell me, what alternative was there to getting blood on my hands? I didn't have any other choice.
Yagami-san, did he just...
This is the first time you've admitted to killing Mikoshiba.
You really did your research, unlike those useless cops. Hassan's plan was impressive, almost airtight. I didn't expect it to be unraveled so quickly.
I just got lucky. There was some dirt on Yui Mamiya that Kawana could have used against her. If we hadn't found it, there's no way we would have gotten her to talk.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, but I'm under no obligation to tell you.
Ahara-san, you'll be sent to prison as a sex offender as it stands.
Of course. just as I planned. The charges will be confirmed, and I'll be convicted. As for the police and the prosecution, they wouldn't be able to admit they made a mistake. I could scream, "I killed Mikoshiba" at the top of my lungs. It wouldn't matter.
Are you saying you intend to admit to the murder after you're released?
Everyone's seen the video of me killing Mikoshiba by now. It's obviously authentic, but the prosecution and the police are saying it's fake. They need it to be fake.
Yeah, so they don't be wrong.
They'll sweep it under the rug.
They wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
It's not beneath them. But I take it how they react doesn't really matter to you. All you want is to humiliate the law, don't you? The same system that determined Toshiro Kun's incident didn't happen.
It seems you're starting to understand, Nanami-san.
Ihara has achieved most of what he wanted to do, but I can't overlook what he's already done.
The prosecution
I don't blame
charged
him.
me for Mikoshiba's murder, and they'd have to retract the battery verdict. And that would mean admitting to a massive blunder by the court at the hands of a criminal. It would be chaos.
Like, I tell you that out of like all the real Gotoku, probably antagonists, villains, these guys are probably the most, I don't want to say righteous, but they're probably the most,
No one would know what
least bad guys I've seen.
Wouldn't that just be wonderful?
I hear you. And I even get why you'd feel pretty proud of accomplishing that.
Do you?
But in this case, guys pretty much grabbed the tiger by the tail.
What tiger's tail?
Someone's issuing orders to the thugs in Kamurocho from behind the scenes. He's the tiger in this case.
Yeah.
They've been closing in on your partner.
We don't know who this is.
And Sawa-sensei got in their path. I'm sure you get the newspaper in here, right? You know, don't you? Sawa-sensei was killed after the thugs broke into her home. All because she got involved with Kawana.
Where she was killed. This is the first I'm hearing of the reason why. And by thugs, you mean arcade?
Yeah, but we don't know why they're going after Kawana. Any ideas?
No way I know.
You think it could be because she got mixed up in your deadly little game?
Excuse me?
That's what getting away with murder really looks like. The more you perpetuate the lie, the greater the rift you create. And then, the unthinkable happens. Kawana killed others besides Mikoshiba. You said so yourself. That's what brought the angry tiger into play. And if Sawa-sensei ended up paying for that instead, then how can you begin to believe your vengeance is fair?
Because she gave false testimony. She lied in court to say Toshiro was never bullied.
She couldn't name Mikoshiba, who was a minor at the time, without evidence. What's more, she was haunted by her testimony, always second-guessing if she did the right thing. And now she's been killed. Somehow that's acceptable to you. I'm gonna clear up what happened to Sawa-sensei, just like you did for Toshiro-kun.
How?
By going public with everything you and Kawana did. The first step is to appeal the sexual battery and undo this whole lie.
You never groped Yui Mamiya. That's one crime you're innocent of, Ihara-san. The court's verdict was incorrect. So please give us the chance to appeal. We can prove your innocence.
What on earth would I get out of that?
You get to humiliate the court again. Besides, what are you going to do for the next half a year in a cell?
Fine. Do what you want. Just know this.
What?
Yes?
I have no intention of admitting to killing Mikoshiba in court. Is your appeal still worth a damn?
We won't know till we try. Let's go, sir.
Won't it, like, appeal take like months anyways? I'm not sure how Japan's prosecution system works, or,
Yes.
but wouldn't that still take a while?
Yagami-san. Sawa-sensei's death isn't on me. Even if I have grabbed the tiger by the tail. That doesn't mean I killed her.
By that logic, you may as well admit that Mikoshiba didn't kill Toshiro-kun. You can't have it both ways. Listen to me. Everything about you, about Kawana, about why Sawa-sensei had to die, we're gonna expose all of it. That's the only thing left we can do for her.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard to pick a side on this one, though. I understand the bullying and wanting justice for them, but then I understand Yagami's side. So.
I'm going to fill Genda-sensei in on what happened. Why don't you head over to the office?
Sure thing.
Alright, we're gonna head inside the office. We'll save real quick. See what time it is, because we gotta keep track of time. I gotta do some things. 12:16. Okay, we're making great time. We're on chapter 10. There might be two more chapters left, maybe 13. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but.
So then, Ihara admitted to killing Mikoshiba, did he?
Off the record, yeah. He also admitted Kawana approached him to offer revenge.
That sounds like you were productive.
It's enough for us to move forward with the appeal, I'd say. How does that sound, Genda-sensei?
Genda-sensei?
The sexual battery and Mikoshiba's murder are the very same case. To clear Ihara of harassment, you'll need to prove he murdered Mikoshiba. But you don't have evidence he did, do you?
Ihara-san was captured on video committing the murder.
And the prosecution claims it's a fake.
Because they're scared about their reputation,
Police are
too.
saying the same.
They're only saying that to cover their asses.
Exactly.
In reality, the sexual battery evidence against Ihara-san is what was really fake. At the very least, we can claim Yui Mamiya and the others aided in fabricating that, alibi or not.
You really think the courts will grant you an appeal for just that?
Are you
They
saying
might.
it's not possible?
I wouldn't go that far. But Ihara won't admit to murdering Mikoshiba in court. Kind of significant, don't you think? So what chance do you have even if you do appeal? Without any decisive new evidence, you'll just end up splitting hairs over the original verdict. And what good'll it do other than damage your own reputation, Sarakun?
So Genda-sensei's worried about Saori-san's career. I'm sure that's the case, though.
To be honest with you, I feel like I've been deeply underestimated.
What?
Saori-san, are you actually mad?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I am.
You have every right to be.
Listen, Sensei. Ihara and Kawana devised this plan knowing full well they could manipulate the justice system. Have we not fallen right into their trap? If we take pity on the prosecution now, we
Hey Hector, how you doing, man? I hope you're having a great weekend, night or Saturday so far.
Reputation, when our duty as lawyers is to face the law.
How you doing, man?
Where you're coming from, and you're right to think it, but
And another thing, while acting as Ihara's defense in the first trial, I never truly.
You got any plans for this weekend? You gonna stream any today?
Defending, and I felt sick to my stomach even being.
Or just take it easy?
Saori-san.
Ihara likely saw right through that. He probably took great delight in our myopic dedication to the law. And I won't.
I'm definitely gonna try to beat this game today. I think I'm getting closer towards the end, so hopefully I get to beat it today.
I want to hear your thoughts.
He's not saying it, but he disagrees with Saori-san. How should I move this forward? We gotta go all out. Sorry, Genda-sensei.
We should listen to Saori-san. I understand why Ihara and Kawana did what they did. I can't condone it.
I see. So you feel it too, huh?
Yes. Although my motivation may not be as righteous as Saori-san's.
What do you mean?
Mikoshiba's murder, the fake groping alibi, the one behind it all was Kawana, and he's in hiding. We need to shine enough light on him that the public can see what he is. And the perfect place to do it is during Ihara's appeal hearing.
So it's not Ihara you're after, Kawana.
If
we pursue Ahara's case, Kuwana-san's actions will
Yeah, we're getting in the deep meat and potatoes of this story, so I understand a lot of people don't like watching these kinds because of spoilers and all that, so.
Which means whoever's behind them has a secret that needs to stay buried, even if it means murder. And I need to figure that secret out. I owe Sawa-sensei that closure. The only thing we can do for her now is make sure the ones.
But I definitely want to beat this before 3 because I have to go to the store and I have to finish my laundry for today.
I guess going back wasn't ever really an option.
Genda-sensei.
Looks like I got complacent from all the peace and quiet. Leave it to me to underestimate the younger generation.
I apologize. I shouldn't have.
I was hoping that it's not a choice where I could have been on the other side, but we'll see.
I suppose I have to make up my mind after all that, don't I? Get out there and do what needs to be done. And heaven help anyone in your way.
Yeah, right. Yep, you heard him.
Alright, Tsukumo's calling. Hope everything's okay. What do you need, bud? How's it going?
Hello?
Yagamishi. Are you still in Kamurocho?
Okay.
Yeah, why? What's up?
I'm afraid RK seems to be amassing in Ijincho. Very bizarre.
Are they now?
Yeah, I can't shake the feeling that the officers like Soma and Akutsu are still in town.
You think so? If I was Thoma, I'd have left Ijincho by now. He's a person of interest.
Yeah, but I'm hoping you're having a great Saturday, Hector.
That does make sense.
Things are settling into place here, though. I'm heading back to Ijincho with Sugiura. Got a lot to go over with you when I get back.
Wonder what it could be. Okay.
Okay. Head to Yokohama 99. So that's where we're gonna go. Take that off for now. I thought it was over here. Okay, yeah. Taxi's over here. $410. Let's go back to Ijincho. Oh yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna, if you're still here, I'm definitely gonna pick up, I'll shoot the game we were talking about, yes, well, my Elden Ring, and I'll definitely pick that up on PS4 because, yeah, I might be able to get a good deal out of it, on it, and be able to play. Looks like you were having a fun time with it last night. I don't want to get in any fights right now. It looks like we might have to. No, we'll just do it. You better practice falling down before I make you fall down. Oh yeah, fun and fuss. Yeah, it looks like it, but I think I really enjoy it.
Really, guys?
And my backlog is so freaking huge right now. It's crazy. I wish. That's why I'm trying to rush to beat this one today and whatnot and move on. And I know I have a few other games I've been playing that I haven't played in a while. Like, but they're all long too. The games aren't short like they used to be. They're all like 40 hours plus now. Oh yeah, I believe it. I'm definitely gonna do a backlog challenge or a backlog list of games I actually want to beat this year. I need to get to that. I'll probably do it film it later today, but I don't know. We'll see. Because from now on, I'm definitely gonna write down a list to be a little bit more organized than just. Oh shoot. Of course, I want to make like a specific day, a few days a week where I do just do retro and stuff, so. This guy is pretty tough.
What a waste.
Let's see. I'll probably just do retro on my work days because, you know, I could jump in and out usually.
Well, now that's
Like
something.
Monday, Tuesday, and
Looks
Wednesday.
like we're finally starting to see the whole picture. Kuwana-san, or rather Kitakata-sensei. But there's still some things that, like what?
This is just
Like, why
recap
does
pretty
Arcade
much.
keep
Let's
going
see.
after?
Yeah, I don't understand the RK
That's
stuff.
the piece of the puzzle that'll lead us to what.
Why is RK after Kawano? How much do they know about them?
Before they came to Ijincho, RK was originally looking for Shinya Kawai. But when they found out
We can guess all we want, but that's not going to get us anything. They're strengthening their numbers in Ijincho as we speak.
the goons at the bottom rung aren't going to be in the know on that, though. If Akatsu or Soma were around, then we might get somewhere.
That's true.
We haven't
Sitting
seen
around here won't get us
Akatsu
any further. I'm gonna head
since
to the city for a bit.
a couple chapters
I'm
ago.
quick on my feet. That's about all I have going for me.
How modest of you. Yeah, don't say that, Yagamishi. Otherwise, what ground do we have to stand on?
You're my hacker. We need you. I should head outside for now. Let's see. Oh, it's what's her name? Amasawa-san. How's the investigation coming along, Yagami-san? If you're ever stuck, try using the school diary to review the situation. Our nemesis, the professor, must be stopped. He sneaks his way into the hearts of innocent high schoolers, turning them into delinquents one by one. Remember, a truly artful detective can solve incidents before they even occur. Yes, I remember. Yeah, but there's so much. I still have the robotics club. There's a lot, and then I still have 2 unknown ones, so I'll have to come back to that in my own free time. When I'm not streaming or just whatever. Because that'll probably be like another 10, 15 hours doing all that stuff. Okay. No, you don't. Never mind. But I do want to finish that sub-story. It might take a long time though, but let's see. I need to go eat and heal. Ution, I think that's how you say it. So many. Oh, okay, I'm not even supposed to be. Who's calling me? Oh, I guess it's time to go. Well, I gotta heal first.
It's Shirosaki. You have a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
I was thinking back on our interview with Ihara-san, and something he said isn't sitting right with me. So I wanted to ask your opinion.
Which part felt off?
The part about Kawana approaching other bullying victims besides Ihara-san to offer revenge. Ihara-san also mentioned that most of them rejected his offer, but never went to the police either.
Yeah, and?
Well, wasn't the first bully Kawana killed his own student? Shinya Kawai, I mean. Tormented by his bullies, Mitsuru Kusumoto's lead left him in a coma to this day.
Mm-hmm.
That event was the catalyst for Kawana's actions. So wouldn't he have approached his parents about revenge too?
Mitsuru Kusumoto's parents? You're talking about his mother, Reiko
Reiko Kusumoto. She used to be just another suit in the Ministry of Health, but now she's a vice minister.
Yes, who is currently vice minister of the Ministry of Health. If she accepted or is even an accessory to a revenge plot against Kawai, then there's no way she'd ever want that secret to get out. With her level of influence and power, wouldn't it be possible that she ordered RK to silence Kuwana? Which would explain how RK's actions are...
That's possible. I was thinking about that because
And you think it's
the
Reiko
health
Kusumoto?
Ministry of Health has always seemed to be in
You don't
trouble.
think vice ministers can control criminal organizations from the shadows? You know very well the answer to that.
Yeah, we had to deal with it last game.
Tsukumo's actually looked into her before. I'll talk to him about it right now. Yeah, this is genius, Sari-san. This could lead us right to who's controlling RK.
Quite a compliment coming from you.
Don't sweat it.
Alright, let's go eat. Time to get back to Tsukumo. Might be worth looking into Reiko Kusumoto more closely. Alright, Izo, let's look into here. Oh shoot, bunch of people. If I go slow, they won't see me. Let's get some fried rice, hargao, shrimp and chili sauce. I'm not sure if I want that. Yeah, no. I want. Yeah, fried rice. Yeah, okay, that's what we want. We want the bonuses and some Shaoqing wine.
Starving. Now we're talking. Pretty tasty. Thanks.
What you on this? Alright, Izo, let's go. Alright, let's go ahead and save it. 46, that was only a few minutes. Okay, let's go back to Yokohama. I'm not sure how much items. Healthy balance bento, sushi. Oh yeah, we're good on health stuff. I'm not gonna fight right now, a-holes. Alright.
Yagami-san, back already?
That was quick. I figured you'd be out in the town until evening.
Thought about it, but
Well,
we're on the
day's not
fixed
over
schedule.
yet. I need you to look into Reiko Kusumoto again. She might be the one behind RK.
Really?
Yeah. Can you pull up the picture of her you showed me last time?
This game was a lot more predictable than the last one, but still a very good story. Very good. Just, yeah. Like the other game, like I had no idea who was behind what or what was happening. And it's same with a lot of Yakuza games. I really didn't, figure it out.
Okay, take a look at this, Yagamishi. Reiko Kusumoto became vice minister just recently.
Yeah, because the other guy got...
It hasn't even been a full year yet.
Looks like she's still got a good rep.
Yeah, there's almost no criticism of her out there.
The Ministry Revolution. Bucking the bureaucracy. Golden parachutes don't fly with Kusumoto. Go her. Vice Minister is pretty high up there, yeah?
Yeah.
Time. If she really did take Kuwana up on his offer, silencing him would be the quickest way to save her skin. And in that case, she'd need some kind of connection to RK.
Some kind of connection? A bit vague, no?
Fair enough, but RK already took an innocent life while hunting Kuwana down.
Right. And after killing Sawa-sensei, they tried to kill me, too.
Well, RK
Still,
doesn't care.
No matter how dangerous the gang, murder is a risky proposition. And again, if someone's pulling the strings, they would have to worry about.
They would have to be very
Especially if
big.
that someone has vice minister status.
Well, the internet's not gonna give us much else. How about we do our usual thing? Go straight to the source.
Maybe we should.
Would it really be that easy to get a meeting with someone like her?
Mitsuru Kusumoto's still in a coma, right?
Yes.
If he's in a hospital, we can catch her by surprise there.
I get you.
Exactly.
That might work.
Huh. What's this now?
What's what now?
Breaking news from the net. It says manhunt for Sawa-sensei's murderer.
And?
It's hitting the network news too.
Oh, they're gonna blame it on
Person
what's his
they're
name.
after is-
Wanted for the murder of private school teacher Yoko Sawa in her own apartment, Kanagawa PD
Oh,
is
we knew
conducting
it.
a search for the suspect, self-proclaimed handyman Yu Kitakata.
Why are they looking for Kawana?
Come on,
Maybe
she's a
after
powerful
Sawa.
woman.
Former teacher before and after the incident. It's also surfaced that he's been using a false identity for over a decade. The police are hopeful.
Yeah, I have no
that
pity
their
on him.
search
He
will
should have
turn up
joined
some
us,
sort
but
of
he
connection
was
to
dumb.
Sawa-san.
Why are they police going after Kawana and not Soma? What the hell?
If Kawana-san was caught on camera, then surely some arcade thugs were as well?
Yeah, I think so. On that note, I should have been in the footage too.
Fake news.
The police only seem to want Kawana, but why? Guess we'll have to ask them ourselves.
Ask who?
Detective Watanabe from Kanagawa PD. He was the guy in charge of Mikoshiba's murder.
He's gonna say, my hands are tied behind my back.
Been a while, hotshot.
Yeah, I guess it has. Hey, I'm curious. Do you have any evidence that Kawana killed Sawa-sensei?
I take it you saw the news. Kawana was caught on camera near the crime scene, plus he knew the victim. And if that's not enough, he was using a fake name. How's that for evidence?
You asshole, you
I
know
saw
the
Soma
truth.
holding an ice pick up to Sawa-sensei. Plus, there were arcade footprints all over the scene. So why is Kawana the only suspect?
Because the big boys with big balls at HQ said so. Barking at me won't get you anywhere.
So this is all just pressure from upstairs? What is going on here?
Bribes and
Why are you
money.
so bent out of shape? Kawana's a legitimate suspect, and all we're doing is following procedure. So stick your private investigator schnoz somewhere else.
You know, you sound pretty bent out of shape yourself. Where are you right now?
Huh?
I was thinking maybe we could meet up. How's a free pass to bitch about your work sound? Abe-san?
On the phone, in person, there's nothing I can tell you.
He hung up.
Yagamishi, I managed
He can't
to
do
focus
anything.
in on the background noise from your phone call. Despite all the interference, I have a good idea of Nabe-san's location.
What? Seriously?
He's on the main drag in Chinatown. If you go now, I'm sure you'll find him.
But is he even gonna listen to you?
Probably not, but
Matter
we have
of
no
fact, isn't
choice.
because we sat here wondering.
Yagami Detective Agency. Quick on its feet indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Can't compete with that.
Nabe-san should be on the main street in Chinatown. I need to catch up to him, find out what's going on. Exo. Can I jump? I wish I could jump out that window too, but well. Alright. Just anywhere around there, okay. Let's see. If I got my skateboard, I don't think they could hit me. Oh, shoot! Stay on the freaking skateboard, man. Oh well. Alright, hopefully he's not too hard to find. Hello there, little lady. Have you seen a detective around here? Not me, but another one. You're suddenly dressed up. There we go.
Yagami, why are you here?
Oh, hey, Nabe-san. And you were...
Sakurai?
Oh, right.
I take it you didn't just happen to be in the neighborhood.
Let's just say some friends of mine have a real keen sense of smell. Something stinks about the cops here.
Excuse me, pal?
The Sawa case. Why aren't you going after RK? Or are you and you're just keeping me in the dark?
This isn't the place to talk about that. What the... Hey!
I get the feeling something's keeping you guys from doing your jobs. And I don't have to listen to you.
You want to say that again? Sakurai, I gotta hit the can. Head back to the station. Huh? Need to take a piss, Yagami? You're looking hydrated.
Yeah, good call.
Then let's...
Yeah, get lost, Sakurai.
Damn. What's he up to?
You gonna snitch to your bosses? So he probably knows our old friend from Yakuza 7. I forget what his name is now, but...
Very romantic.
Well, we're about to have a shitty conversation. Might as well do it with a pleasant view.
Do the cops really believe Kawana is responsible for Sawa Sensei's death?
We wouldn't be looking for him if we weren't serious. Even if we're blind.
To arrest Kawana?
His real name's Yu Kitakata. We're using a fake. He services right at the murder scene of his former student. In my eyes, he was suspicious enough.
What about Soma from RK? He should have been spotted on the nearby cameras too, like when he entered her apartment.
He wasn't.
How is that possible?
Let me rephrase. There's no footage that had RK anywhere near it.
What's that supposed to mean?
The moment Mikoshiba's murder went down, the higher-ups were busy running politics. I'd have handled the things when we were just being the Tokyo PD and who got to grill Ihara. But after that murder footage came out, it really stirred shit up. Sawa Sensei's case has me scratching my head too. Someone at the top is trying to keep details under wraps. And they think it'll work even in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying the whole force is in on a cover-up?
What's new about that?
Surrounding Sawa's apartment. Someone on the inside arrested. Any footage that had the arcade guys tagged in it is totally wiped.
Erase the footage? Are you serious?
Yeah. You heard me. Kawana leaving her place is all that's left. Even the parts where you show up are long gone. Before and after, the only person that the cameras pin the crime on is Kawana himself.
How's that even possible?
So far to erase the footage. Who would do something like that?
It's time to let it go, Yagami. Mikoshiba's case and Sawa Sensei's case, they're closing the book. And to tie up the loose ends, and this is the shitty part. Kawana has to die in an accident.
What?
As soon as they track him down, they'll put him into custody and then blame it on negligence. They'll say he resisted arrest and died in the struggle, I guess. Someone clearly wants Kawana gone, and they have the power to do it.
Well, we know who, and it's VP.
Who could have that power?
Kawana is clearly a target of someone higher up. Even if he sees it coming, he won't be able to stop it. As far as I'm concerned, the case is closed. You wouldn't understand until you've been on the force. When the team you're playing for is rotten to the core, all you can do is look the other way.
I know, man. I've been through 8 games with you guys.
Stick to the cut and dry cases.
Soon to be 9 and 10.
That's what will keep me an honest cop.
That's bullshit. You'll shut the lid on the trash. You'll have the smell of the rot coming from inside.
Calm down, Yagami, man.
Justice? And then you call that being an honest cop?
Asshole.
the authority to erase the security cameras. Who wants Kawana dead so bad that they do it inside?
Even if I told you, what the fuck could you do about it, detective? Smart ass!
Come on, Nambe-san.
Leave it alone, Yagami. It's for your own good.
Is that your call? Well, I think I'll be the judge of that.
You little piece of shit! I've had enough!
One bad commissioner after another. Come on, man. I understand your position, but I don't want to fight you. But I will if I need. Fuck off! I hate those quick time events, man. Oh, fuck! That's... Okay, I gotta be careful. Dang, okay. So I think it was down X triangle or something. I don't like these. They're as bad as the Shenmue ones.
That son of a bitch!
Dang, okay. Let's do Yakanuki and an Odin. That'll be good for now. Gosh dang it, no! Ah, it's down X triangle. This is definitely some Shenmue quick time events, man. Oh, no, 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 no. Try again, okay. You can't screw up on these.
That son of a bitch!
Okay, down. What? No, it fucking changed. What the heck? It changed. There's no down. There's just X and triangle that time. What the heck? Unless I did it right as it popped up. Man, okay. This is gonna take a minute. I understand because this guy's not very tough, and they probably needed something to make him a pain in the egg. Like, find this guy compared to Soma, man. Big difference. Okay. Dang it! It changed it. Now it's gonna be just triangle and, or X and triangle. Try again. Continue. No, I don't want simple difficulty. I'm a gamer at least. I may not be the best gamer around anymore, but I'm not gonna switch to easy. Nice uppercut. Let's start the combo now. Superman punch. I knew you're gonna get tough now. Let's see where you're coming from. Yeah, I'm just gonna avoid you altogether. If it wasn't for that quick time event, you would have been easy to beat. Oh shit. Suplex. That's cool. Because I'm trying to do my job too as a real detective. I'm gonna throw you. Oh shoot. Dang it. Oh, jeez. I was doing so good. And let's do healthy balance bento, pork tonkatsu bento, sushi set, and that'll be good. Come on, Watanabe. Not gonna mess around anymore. Wanted to finish off with a cool move, but you screw that up. Just a kick to the Achilles.
They broke the lock and forced their way into Sawa-sensei's place. That's when Soma came in. I'm sure she was terrified. I'm pointing an ice pick at her. I found her. Her eyes were still open. I could see the tears. Yet the police are going after Kawana instead of Soma. And the cops that were there know he isn't a suspect, but say their hands are tied. So it'll be my voice you hear instead of hers. And when they come to silence me, I'll know where the puppet masters are.
And I'll finish them.
I hear you. You're probably right.
And if you have any idea who might be pulling the strings, I need you to tell me before it's too late. Is there anyone on the force who would want Kawana dead?
Yeah, the commissioner. Always the commissioner.
The moment we opened Sawa-sensei's case, Kanagawa brass had a suspect file ready to go.
1 o'clock, so we about a couple
They
more
didn't point
hours.
to your guy Soma. They named you Kitakata, alias Kawana the Handyman. Hilarious, isn't it? You were the first to the scene. The bigwigs pulled the suspect file before it even happened.
Where did the info about Kitakata come from?
Not sure. But the National Police Agency said it came from public security.
Public security?
The public security branch of the police is practically Japan's spy ring. It keeps an eye on foreign agents, gangs, and political groups. They don't hunt criminals so much as gather intel and analyze it to maintain the peace.
Why is public security involved in Sawa-sensei's case?
Seems they were interested in Arcade's criminal network and Kamurocho. You know how after the Tojo clan disbanded, the criminals started going underground? Well, public security would rather let Arcade roam free than bust them. Monitoring them quietly gives them intel on criminal movements. Even if you catch these guys, you'll just take their place.
Wait, so they want Arcade on the streets? Is that why they're brushing Sawa-sensei's case under the rug?
If Arcade goes down in one fell swoop over a murder case, then they have to find a new source of intel. Purely speaking, from public security's point of view, that is.
Unbelievable.
Not that they'd ever say that out in, well, public. If you believe public security, there's no way Arcane killed Sawa-sensei.
What the hell? Do they even have a reason?
Not that I'm aware of. On top of that, I asked Tokyo PD about Soma. He doesn't have a record. No priors, no census registry, not even a damn profile thing.
Then, what does that mean?
Needs a cover for him.
Kazuki Soma doesn't exist, basically. That's how it's always been. It's a cover-up. They had plenty of files on Kuwana to send our way instead. They're the ones who made him the prime suspect in Sawa-sensei's case, too.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Kuwana's a scapegoat for Arcane. Public security wants to shut the curtains on Sawa-sensei's case with him. As far as they're concerned, with Kuwana silenced, it'll all balance out.
So that's what you meant by Koana having an accident.
Right. Better to flush your shit and keep a lid on it.
I can't imagine it's easy for public security to pin the blame on Koana for Sawa-sensei's murder. Then again, dead men don't talk. If they get rid of Koana, they'll be enough to muddy the waters.
So who's running the show in public security? Do they have a name?
I wasn't told, unfortunately. I'm afraid I'm further down the food chain than you thought. Yeah, Watanabe speaking. Huh? Jinsho, huh? Right, got it. Call me if anything else comes up. One has been spotted. The witness reported seeing him in Jinsho.
Seriously?
He's back here? Oh.
Couldn't say for sure.
Where's he at?
Fukutokucho, Koreatown, where the Komijou hang out. The police are headed there now.
Komijou?
Apparently it means spider web in Korean. You haven't seen it? It's made to look like it's abandoned.
Kawana's there?
You're not gonna say you got that from me, right?
I don't have much time. You said Kawana might have an accident, didn't you? I'm sure that's why you're telling me all this.
If you find him, let him know it's public security that's after him. None of your business.
Alright, going to the Gomi Jewel. Maybe we'll see some old characters we once knew. Oh, what the fuck, man? Fucking skateboard. I'm so bad at that because the timing's so stupid. There we go, finally. Okay. It's like way the heck over here. Okay. I'm just gonna take that taxi. I need to save some time. Guess I probably should have saved it. Hopefully it'll let me save. We'll go Isezaki Road entrance. We'll do that. I probably should eat something. We'll see how much health I have after I get out. I don't know if anything that's... I guess there's that one restaurant. Maybe we'll see Junio Go... Or I forget what his name is now. Badass from 6 and from 7. Junhee Gon. Or Junhee... I see it. My name's...
Yagamishi, it's me. I have an update for you. It seems Kawana has been spotted in Ichincho.
Yeah, in Komijou, right? I'm headed there now.
Ah, fastidious as ever. But the police have already started blocking.
Already?
They're probably going to surround the area and gradually close in on Kawana.
Public security is probably behind that. And according to Nabe-san, once they capture Kawana, they'll end up in an accident.
An accident?
Long story short, I need to find Kawana before the cops do.
I most certainly can. For now, just keep heading toward Komichi. In the meantime, I'll be monitoring the surrounding area. Oh, and I'll dispatch Sugiura.
Appreciate that.
Sounds great. I need to eat something right here. I'll just go here since it's quick. Do I want wet burger or this? We'll go here. Get some real food. We don't need no fast food. See, beef. We had that one, yeah. Let's just get that.
Starving. Starting to get pretty tasty. Thanks.
Yeah, arigato. Okay, now we can save there. 4113. We're making some progress. Exol. Hopefully we get in. It's not too hard to find out where I need to go, hopefully. I know we gotta go through that restaurant, probably.
This is Tsukumo. Yagamishi, please come in.
Hey, I think I'm in front of Komichi.
Indeed you are. I can see you from the drone.
Then you'll notice the cops block the road. Any way I can get in there?
Not to worry. I've already looked into an infiltration route.
Okay.
Alright, let's get ready to go.
Can you see the white car that's parked in front of the barricade?
Yeah, I can.
The dumpster truck.
There's a really small gap on the side of the car. You should be able to fit through it. It'll be a tight squeeze, I'm sure. But I have no doubt in your agility, Yagamishi.
Yeah, but what happens if I get spotted?
You can leave that part to me.
Itazo! Kochira!
Oh, gold plate. Heck yeah. That's 100,000 Rio right there. Are you in?
Tsukumo, where should I go from here?
Komijul proper seems to be located behind those construction fences. There's one door in the fence, so that's your best bet.
I'll go ahead and just try to take this guy out. I can't. Forget how to do that. Items, maybe? Dude, I don't think I have any. It's been so long since I've had to use any of that. This is gonna be interesting. Let's see. Items. It's not any action. Dude, I can't even fucking do it. How am I supposed to get out of here then? Yeah, jeez, I'm gonna have to. Let me see. I have to have them. I feel like they wouldn't just. Well, this is not going to be fun. Let's see. I have to figure it out. Why wouldn't it control camera? Oh, okay.
Tsukumo, can I get a hand?
Just leave it to me.
Itazo! Kochira!
There we go. That was easy. I was worried for a moment because I know you could use smoke bombs, I think, but I didn't have any. Phew, made it without getting busted. So this is Gomi Jewel. Kawana should be in here somewhere.
Tsukumo, keep navigating for me. And let me know as soon as you find Kawana. Huh?
That's weird.
Hello?
Guess I have to make it on my own way. Yeah, because the Gomi Jewel is really highly they're highly technically advanced. Technically, yeah, whatever. See if there's anything over here. Yeah, they really blocked in everything. Go ahead. I can't save it. Wow, okay. It's like we're going in. I remember where to go. I've been here before. Is that cockroach still here? That would be funny.
Kitakata Sensei! Show yourself! Come on, get your ass out here!
Relax with the yelling, will you? You're giving away our location.
How am I supposed to relax? This shit's intense!
Shh, shh, shh. Sugiura.
Didn't Tsukumo-kun tell you I was on my way?
Yeah, I suppose he did.
Yagami-san, all these guys are okay.
Does that mean RK beat the police to Kawana?
No, not exactly. I just saw some cops let RK guys through. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
No, that was no mistake. Some cops are working with RK.
But why?
Someone in authority on the force is trying to get rid of Kawana. So they want him to have an accident.
What? That's off the scale insane.
Insane or not, I need to get to Kawana before RK or the cops do. You know where he is?
I don't. Come to think of it, why would Kawana-san come to Komicho? Does he know someone here?
Good question. Let's just focus on reaching the top of this place for now. Aren't there people from Komicho here? It can't be all RK. Maybe we can ask them where Kawana is.
Worth a shot. As long as we don't give ourselves away.
Okay, we gotta hurry up, man. Let's. Do we have to hide, or can we just go and beat them up? Okay. Okay, Exo.
That looks like a lot of arcade muscle to me, Yagami-san.
Yeah, but if that many are out searching, the silver lining is that they don't have a lead on Kawana.
True. We'll just have to stay one step ahead of them then. I don't see anywhere else we can go. So let's go up those stairs.
See if Kawana or Kitakana, whatever you want to call him, would have just teamed up with me, we wouldn't be here right now. But he wanted to be a dick about it. Let's see, there we go, get some of this. High purity lead.
Looks like this is the highest we can go.
Yagami-san, we've got arcade coming in from below too.
Let's find another route on this floor.
Dang, another gold plate. Oh, I bet I should be. I bet I should be able to jump over to that side. Let's see how I can get past here. Okay, a lot of. Okay, here we are, the platforming. Maybe I can get higher if I go this way.
Yeah, we should be able to get up from here.
Yeah, that'll be no problem for you, Sugiura.
There we go.
Damn, wish I was that nimble.
Taking the same route as Sugiura is gonna be tough. I'll have to make my way up somehow. Okay. Another gold plate? No. Oh, that actually might help. Let's equip that. Let's see. Shirt that uses the latest in anti-brain shaking technology, upper innerwear, defense +3. Yeah, we'll equip it. It doesn't look like too much, but okay. Forget. Okay, up, up, up. Feel like you took a much harder way, man, but if you think it's easier.
Good work, Yagami-san.
Yo, you guys are Komi Jewel, aren't you?
Huh? Komichu? Us?
What's going on here, man? This place is empty. Lead the way, would you?
Yagami-san, I'd rather not have to move, so...
Yeah.
What happened to the Gomijo? I guess I forget what happened at the end of 7. What happened to them? I feel like they became like unionized with the. I thought the Gomijo had more power than the Leomon, Yokoyama, Leomon or whatever. Because what's his name didn't want nothing to do with it. Huh. And gave it to what's her name. So.
Yagami-san, looks like the top floor is up ahead. There's a room on this side too, though. Might be worth checking out.
We'll check the room first. We'll save. 4113, okay. Get some toughness light.
Wish we'd had some sign of Kawana-san. Maybe we'll still get lucky? Are you ready to go, Yagami-san?
Yep, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
We might have a boss fight with Kawana.
Man, where is this fucking guy? It's just taking forever. Yeah, it's not like anyone else is here. I think the cops got it wrong. Then what do? Keep looking? Is there a fucking point?
Seems like Kawana-san's giving him a slip. What's the plan now?
Let's find out what
Oh shit, this is where we fought Kiryu-san.
planning to kill him themselves.
Before.
You gonna just stroll up past him?
Well, I only count 4 of them. So 2 each. Piece of cake.
I guess.
Okay, let's go. Hello, gentlemen. Got a couple questions for you. Huh? Who the hell are you two? You with the Komi Jewel?
Wow, they don't even recognize you, Yagami-san?
Well, that's kind of sad.
What's going on here?
Yagami-san? I don't think it's just 2 each anymore.
Yagami? Hey, that's the detective from Kamurocho. A detective? Just get him! They're with Kikana! Fuck yeah. Let's get it started. Hope you're ready to die.
That voice acting.
For this shit.
Great.
I'll take you all along.
Let's go.
Oh, he has a gun. I'm gonna take you out first. 2 for 1. Just like BK, 2 for 6 now, I think. Used to be 2 for 5. Wonder when the Big Macs are gonna go on 2 for buy 1 or whatever they used to do. I don't know if that'll ever happen again. I haven't had McDonald's in like 8 months. Dang, that was cool. Get through the X action. Perfect. Perfect, perfect.
you got? I thought there were more of you guys.
Let's not jinx it, man.
You guys came looking for Kuwana, right? What were you gonna do to him?
We were just told to catch him. Not sure what comes after that.
You sure the plan wasn't to kill him?
I said I don't know.
Who gave the order here? Soma?
It was Akasu-san. Probably on Soma-san's orders, though.
Where's Akutsu? Akutsu.
Yagami-san?
He behind us? The real Gomi
How
Jewel.
come Ijincho has so many creepy masks?
I was just gonna ask you.
Kuwana's not here.
Huh?
That intel was fake. We were the ones who put it out.
You live here? Then you must be Komicho.
Normally, it's us hiring the handyman. But this time, it was Kuwana asking a favor.
Huh? To put out false information?
Yes. He said he wanted to see what kind of enemy he was dealing with, and how they'd respond to an eyewitness report. Seeing as how easy police info made its way to these thugs, I'd say he was wise to use caution. Were he any closer, he would have been ensnared by now.
So Kuwana's nearby, watching everything unfold as we speak? He's really in Ijincho then?
We'll have to clear the room to discuss that.
Hey, why are you looking at me?
Sorry.
Oof.
As you said, Kuwana's returned to Ijincho. There are benefits to being here that only he can exploit.
Where's he hiding out?
Under the protection of Tesso from the Yokohama Ryoma. But you're cleared to see him. We already took care of that.
Kuwana actually said he'd meet us?
Come on. There's a way through the cops don't know. You can get out to the city from there.
That'd be helpful, thanks.
Guess you're not so bad after all.
Bear in mind, you may not leave alive if you come back. You were never welcome here.
And never mind.
I want to see the sexy girl that was in That's Your Leader. The purple-haired girl. Forget what her name was.
So, where do we find Kuwana-san?
I'm sure the Ryuma will lead us to him. Just so happens I've got a brother there named Tesso.
Oh, what?
Now let's get there before Kuwana changes his mind.
Go ahead and save. Okay, let's see.
You can keep up.
Do I need to eat? Not really, but I might as well. Why not?
Hold up, Yagami-san.
Let's see, what can you give me? Sashimi, salted yakisoba. Let's get that. And kaku highball.
Starving. That works. Pretty tasty. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Yagami Aniki. Tesso-san told me to let you in.
Yagami Aniki?
Will you be coming inside?
That means Kawana's back there. Maybe I should prep before going in. Yeah, I'm good. I got plenty of suit sets and whatnot. Health. Even if I do fight, I think I'll be good. This Tesso, my sworn brother, betrays me.
Bro, hey man. Welcome back, friends.
Tesso Aniki? Do I have to call you that?
Take a seat. And you too, buddy.
This'll be fun. Which of your names should we be using for you now? Kawana? Or do you prefer
Kitakawa.
Kitakata-sensei?
Kitakata.
Kitakata's a name that's been all but murdered by society. And in Jincho, I'm just a merry old handyman Kawana-san. If you ask the cops, you're the murder suspect, Kitakata. After killing Sawa-sensei, you fled the scene. At least, that's the story the police top brass are passing down through the ranks. Now, why would they say something like that about you?
Calm down, Yagami. How come you never relax?
So Kawana hired you guys from the start, and you pretended to not know each other in front of me? If that's the case, you really went all out for me. Didn't I tell you? The Liumang accepts anonymous requests too. Tesso didn't know I was the one who hired him. I suppose there's no point in hiding that now.
That's just how it is. Nothing to get mad over, bro.
You really aren't hiding anything? Did you tell him all you've done?
He's a former high school teacher who's going around killing bullies. Can't be much more to hide than that. Can you be more convincing?
Honestly, I'm at a loss. I worked my ass off to get where you are.
And I'm still trying to untangle the mess you've made of it. You've got my student helpers by the throats. So I'm really backed into a corner here.
You mean the graduates from Kurokawa Academy? Like Mamiya-san?
Very good, Sugiura-kun. So how about it? No reason for us to doubt each other's intentions, right? All the secrets are out in the open now.
Fine. And I'm gonna light up.
You were just over at Komiju, weren't you? RK was looking for me there. The police even lent them a hand.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm even more confused. I give up. Who in the world could be after me? Who has influence over both RK and the police?
Care to venture a guess?
They'd be the uneducated guesses of a handyman. You got any bright ideas yourself, Master Detective?
I haven't confirmed it for sure yet, but I have a pretty good theory for you. Oh? Who?
I just heard this from Detective Watanabe. The ones looking for Kawana are public security.
The Public Security Division. That's what a detective from Kanagawa PD said. According to them, you're the prime suspect in Sawa-sensei's murder. That's why Kanagawa PD was told to lay off RK. Any trace of RK in the footage near Sawa-sensei's place is gone. Likely public security's work. And with that kind of backing, it's understandable why RK is so confident.
Yo, hold up again. Why is public security after Kawana in the first place?
Public security is probably working for Reiko Kusumoto, Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health.
What?
Kawana, you had your students kidnap Shinya Kawai, right? 5 years ago in Kamurocho? Kawai bullied Reiko Kusumoto's son, Mitsuru-kun. That painted a target on his back for you. But before you took Kawai out, you approached Reiko Kusumoto with your revenge offer, didn't you? Ahara told us that. Before taking revenge on a bully, you'd approach the family about it first. Did you make the same offer to Reiko Kusumoto?
What if I did?
She's the Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. She's pretty popular. She's even cleaning up her predecessor's mess. If it were to surface that she agreed to a revenge killing, they'd have yet another massive scandal on their hands. And if you get to go down in cuffs instead of a body bag, that detail may just come out. Before that can happen, Reiko Kusumoto plans to
Have me silenced and use public security to do it.
Exactly. Except public security can't just go after you, so they subcontracted RK to do the dirty work. That would explain why public security is trying to cover for RK.
I see. Well, the logic starts off soundly enough.
Something wrong with it?
Unfortunately, yes. Something does stick out.
What?
What's that?
I did, in fact, approach Kusumoto-san 5 years ago about taking revenge on Shinya Kawai. And just as you said, I used Mamiya-kun and the others to kidnap Kawai.
But she didn't want nothing to do with it.
From that point on, Kusumoto-san knew I was directing Mamiya-kun and the others. She'd seen their faces, knew their identities, everything. So, if Kusumoto-san wanted to go after me, Mamiya-kun and the others would be first on the list. But the fact is, public security hasn't laid a finger on them, even now. Which means, Kusumoto-san isn't the one giving them orders.
So if Reiko Kusumoto was giving the orders to public security, she could have gotten in Kiwano much quicker.
Makes some sense.
Hey, so sorry if this is off topic, but what was Kusumoto-san doing when Shinya Kawai was killed 5 years back?
She was standing right there with me. Afterwards, she took 3 days of PTO, and that was a first for her.
Why?
Shinya Kawai died at the hands of Kusumoto-san. She drove the knife into his chest personally. She took it slow, making sure he suffered the whole time.
Shit.
Just like Akihiro Ehara, she avenged her son with her own 2 hands. I admire her.
She killed Kawai herself?
The current Vice Minister of Health or Ministry of Health committed murder. If that's true, she had to keep that hidden a long time. Well, honestly, man, some of those like top CEOs and stuff, man, they have to be brutal. Not like murder-wise, but you know, they have to like fire people. It's a hard
she
job.
told me she'd never wash the smell of his blood off her hands.
Damn, man.
I was the only one who knew that, by the way. The others have no idea. On that day 5 years ago, I sent them straight home after they brought me Kawai. And I was the only one with Kusumoto-san when she killed him.
This sounds way too crazy to be real.
Even so, the fact is, Kusumoto-san hasn't betrayed me. Besides, I doubt the Vice Minister is powerful enough to order public security around.
Then who is giving them their orders?
Well, I'd say your theory's on the right track. I'm sure public security contracted RK. It lines up with what's happened so far. I imagine they're so persistent because they know I can be used against Kusumoto-san.
Either way, whoever's pulling the strings is someone who'll benefit from your capture. So if it isn't Reiko Kusumoto, maybe it's one of her enemies?
An enemy?
Yeah, like someone within the Ministry of Health. Or maybe even some kind of political rival. Nothing would be more valuable to them than dirt on Kusumoto, right? They're probably trying to take her down.
Yeah, but then they would just...
They could threaten and manipulate her as they see fit. Is that why public security's been taking action?
Probably so.
If they wanted to take her down, they could have had the police investigate her fair and square.
Yeah, that would have been... They would have definitely looked into that, Vice President. Whoever's behind RK and public security must be an enemy of Reiko Kusumoto. That seems to be most logical train of thought.
Right. Kusumoto-san can walk away from the Ministry of Health anytime she wants. Plus, she has the public's support, especially with the younger crowds. All just more reasons for her to have enemies.
I read some article about how even the Prime Minister has a hard time with her. Like, she'll get up in his face every time he signs an order. Dumbass loses so many arguments, he practically works for her now.
So the Prime Minister's trying to find some dirt on Reiko Kusumoto?
Could
Just
be.
an example. Weren't you listening when we said Kusumoto-san has lots of enemies in her position?
Hey, don't be a dick.
So whoever's behind this may have been looking for a weakness in Kusumoto-san for a while. They must have got their start after realizing Ehara's case was really about getting revenge on a bully. That puts Ehara and Reiko Kusumoto in the same boat, being that their only sons were bullying victims. And if they discovered that Kawai also vanished 5 years ago.
Regardless, that wouldn't account for the rest of the incidents where a bully ended up dead. You'd know. You're the one going up and down the whole country killing them off, aren't you? Kawai makes number 7.
7? Damn, man.
It wouldn't take much to connect the dots. It'd lead straight to her. Reiko Kusumoto. Then they'd know that she was among the victims who got her revenge.
Even Tesla thought 7 was a lot.
Then, to Ehara's case, the link between him and Kusumoto is clear as day now if you know what you're looking for. That link was Sawa-sensei. Took me a while, but I connected the two cases together myself. It was RK. She never should have even been on their radar. In fact, they traced your name from her. Sawa-sensei knew. She suspected you were involved with the Mikoshiba murder in one way or another, right? You don't care. You see your killing spree on these former bullies like you're doing the country a service. In your eyes, this is vengeance. Actually, no. You'd call it justice, wouldn't you? Except, Sawa-sensei wouldn't have died if it was.
That was never my intent. She shouldn't have died.
No. You don't get to just brush her off like that. Like an afterthought. You had to have known you'd go down for this eventually. And you're fine if all your old students like you and Mamiya go down with you. By then, why would you look back at your trail of blood? Why would you clean up all your carnage? It's not your problem, right? You move forward with one purpose. Send as many bullies to hell as you can. Beyond that, you don't give a shit what happens. Sawa-sensei died in tears. You didn't see what I saw. The fear she must have felt was still frozen on her face. You, Ehara, Reiko Kusumoto, you're all murderers. And so far, all of you have gotten away with it. So why did Yoko Sawa end up having to pay the price? Tell me, will you even be able to look her in the eye when you die?
I doubt it. That's gonna follow me well into the afterlife. So what now, then? March to the cops and turn myself in?
No, you'd be dead before night.
If you don't do exactly that, no one will know why she had to die. And that'll be the end of her story.
Oh yeah, man, it's actually really good, man. I recommend you play some, like, if you haven't yet, definitely recommend it. They're really fun games. The combat's really fun too, you know, the gameplay. Plus there's a lot of, like, mini games. You can go to arcades and all that stuff. It's really fun.
And worse, Reiko Kusumoto would be compromised. And that, I will never allow to happen. Of all the people involved in this, she deserves to walk free. Her revenge was justified.
You think so?
All she did was scrape off the scum of the earth that pushed her only son into an attempted suicide. She didn't sit around crying about a legal miscarriage. She took justice into her own hands. No one has any right to indict her for that. So don't go there. Nobody lays a finger on her.
Hey, skinny ginger kid. Looks like this is gonna turn into a little more than a chat.
Good thinking.
Skinny ginger kid.
So is your plan to kill me too? Anyone who interferes with your justice, we all get added to your body count, don't we?
The punishment fits the crime. You're just blind. If you can't see that, then you can go to hell!
Okay, I bet he's gonna be tough this time. We got him though. He got first hit. Okay. Let's grab a chair. Okay.
Bring it up.
Okay, let's... There we go. Oh, okay, that was pretty good. That theme was pretty BA too.
How long has this been going now?
I lost track.
Call it.
Nah. They're gonna tire out eventually. Beating the shit out of each other is the way some people communicate.
I can see that.
Headbutt.
There we go. Now let's go.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Haven't you had enough yet?
What? You think it's time to give it a rest?
Hell no. Stay out of our way.
You're not looking so hot.
You got lucky I stopped when I did, you know. I had a move lined up with your name on it. You're the one who got lucky as far as I'm concerned. I was about to kick your ass.
What a fucking mess, guys.
Oh, Zhao. That is cool. Zhao is back.
Hey, both of you, eat. Your food's getting cold. One of our higher-ups cooked this himself. Looked good at first when he left.
Not a problem. This stuff's great.
Delicious. Man, this is the good stuff.
So that means Reiko Kusamoto could be being targeted by public security.
Right. It's possible part of the police wants to catch me as leverage against Kusamoto-san on public security orders. But that's only if public security really is behind this. You're the one who said you got that info from a cop.
Well, someone up top's been putting pressure on the investigation. That much is clear. But no matter how you slice it, the fact that you're enemy number one while RK roams free is absurd. Unfortunately, all I got out of that cop was that public security itself is who we're up against.
Public security is Japan's top intelligence agency. If they're after you, there's no escape.
Agreed.
And I guess now's a good time to make a suggestion.
Huh?
Tell me, who benefits the most from you two fighting? Huh? That'd be public security. The more you drag each other down, the easier they'll be able to get the jump on you. By the time you notice,
Damn straight,
it's too late.
Tesla.
Gotcha. That's exactly what they want, right? What if you two work together? You watch each other's backs and act before RK and public security do. You might even be able to find out who's pulling the strings.
Yeah. For two enemies to join forces, there needs to be an even greater threat to fight.
Sure. I'm on board with that. Fine.
Should have done that 2 chapters ago.
Once we finish with public security, I'm gonna make sure you answer for what you've done.
Okay. Then where do we start? Should we just storm public security at this point?
No. First, we need to confirm public security is really the enemy we're after.
Right. We'll make our move after that.
We have the element of surprise. They have no idea we're working together.
Then we'll use it to our advantage and outsmart them.
Aw, look at the boys playing nice.
If public security is trying to find some leverage against Kusumoto-san, they'll likely be listening in on her. They're the experts in wiretapping and espionage, after all. We just need a quick confirmation.
How?
We'll just give her a call.
Right here?
Yes. That way, her enemy will trace the call and pinpoint our location. And public security is the only one in Japan who can pull that off, so we'll know right away if it's them.
Thinking.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. You saying if you call up Reiko Kusumoto, then the bad guys will start pouring in? We maybe not do that here?
Actually, that might just work in our favor.
Huh? Bro, why are you talking crazy?
Yagami-san, you sure about getting on bro terms without Kaito-san? Wouldn't that bum him out?
Whoa. This is amazing.
Of course, Zao cooked it. His karaoke's amazing too.
Huh? You got your taste, bro. I knew you of all people would notice the difference.
Kuwana, when was the last time you spoke to Reiko Kusumoto?
5 years ago, on the night she killed Kawai. We arranged it, so we'd never contact each other after that.
So you have her number then?
If it hasn't changed.
What is it then? I have an idea.
What?
We're gonna set a trap to find out if we really are up against public security. If they trace the call and they send people for us, then we know for sure it's them. That's why we're gonna call Reiko Kusumoto using a location that doesn't exist at all.
How's that work?
We'll use 2 phones that can't be traced back to us, and we'll relay your voice. Obviously, you won't be wherever we do this from. Best to do this someplace with no one around. Once we see who they send in, mission accomplished.
Wait, what's happening?
Don't worry, I got it. You'll catch up, Sugiura-kun.
First, we need to know our enemy. I'll have Tsukumo prep us some burner phones.
Which means a truce for the time being?
Only while you're here. Gotta keep things civil for my brother.
Zhao-san's cooking makes even the suckiest situations not suck.
Cheers to that!
Oh man, it would have been so cool if he would say something. But oh well. Probably can't get the voice actors just for like a line or 2.
Hey, so Tsukumo-kun's already got the phones ready. They're burners that can't be traced back to us.
I wonder where Ichiban and all that is.
Just like you asked for.
Nicely done, Yokohama 99. You work quick.
Oh man, come on, save. Let me save. I need to go to the restroom. And probably grab a snack. Alright, I'm gonna pause it here. Let me see something. I'll be back in a bit, but I just gotta have to use the restroom. Let me see. Go back to here. Alright.
「傷口は羽をなくした鳥」
we're back. We just gotta switch back to this. Alright, make sure the sound's good. Figure I'll get a quick bite to eat. And use the restroom while I can. Alright, we'll get there. We'll turn that up. Is that 8? I only get streamed for about like another hour anyways, so that's why I didn't want to end it right there. Then I definitely do have to end it. But I want to get as far as I can. I don't think I'm going to beat this. God dang it. Oh, shoot. Let me see. See if anyone else is streaming. Okay. No, I mean 8-bit Eric is, but alright, Ezo, let's continue with the story again. Probably take the hat off for now. You gotta head back to Yokohama 99. Thankfully it's not too far. Hopefully I'm at full health. What? I mean, that was a cutscene. They should have just freaking fed us. That was a bit bogus, but oh well. We'll eat, and then we'll... What do I want to get? Mixed fried rice. That fills me up. Shaoxing wine again. Pretty standard. Nothing too crazy.
Starving. Pretty tasty, thanks.
Alright, well good. Thankfully, I don't think anyone jumped in during my break, which is good. I really don't like to leave the stream just hanging there. Just in case someone did pop in, but... Alright, let's get back. Hopefully this isn't like an hour-and-a-half cutscene. Because I know the closer we get to the end, the longer the cutscenes will be.
Just the two I've been waiting for. Excellent work, by the way.
Hey, got those burner films ready?
Of course I do. Who do you think I am?
I still don't fully get what's going on. Yagami-san, what are we gonna do with these?
Okay, I'll break it down. First, we call Kawana on one phone. Let's say this one here. Then we use this other phone to call Reiko Kusamoto, using them that way. The phones won't be connected to each other, but their voices will be relayed so they can talk normally.
Alright.
Oh, okay. And then?
If public security finds out Reiko Kusamoto's talking to Kawana, they'll trace the call without actually finding it. Then we can see exactly who they send without risk of being seen ourselves.
I think I'm getting it.
Surely you don't intend to do that here, do you? That would put a beacon on us for Kawana-san's enemies.
Yeah, we'll do it somewhere remote. We need a place where nobody would raise an eyebrow at an army of public security boys. And it's gotta have a good vantage point.
There's a building under construction not far from here. It's late, so no one should be around that may get involved unintentionally.
Where is it?
It's right near Seirio High. There's a crane by the river, too. You'll know when you see it.
Okay, you two stay put. I should be able to handle this alone.
You sure about that?
Let me at least put out a drone, Yagami-shi, even if it isn't much. I'll use it to capture the faces of Kawana-san's pursuers.
That'd be good.
Dang, all the way over there. Let's just take a taxi. Just do it right there. Throw that away in a bit. Should keep this plugged in. Okay. Oh, I gotta get way further from them before.
This must be the construction site Tsukumo was talking about.
This is Tsukumo. Yagami-shi, I've confirmed your position.
Yeah. I think I can spot whoever comes close from here. I'm gonna call Kawana on the burner now.
Understood. It's Kawana.
You ready? I'm about to call Reiko Kusumoto. Once you're connected, you take it from there.
It's been 5 years since I last spoke to her.
Yeah. Can't imagine this won't be awkward.
I know. Okay, do it.
I don't know if that is as accurate. I mean, it might be, but I don't know if it would sound that good. Reiko Kusumoto, Vice.
Yes, hello?
This is Kitakata from Kurakawa Academy.
What?
You'll have to forgive me for this, but the position I'm in required me to reach out to you. I would never have done this otherwise. I should also note, there's a high probability this phone call is being tapped.
I see. Very well, then.
It's been 13 years, Kusumoto-san.
So it has.
Kitakata-sensei. I've read about your accomplishments. To think you'd become a vice minister.
You never really know how things are going to work out.
But that's not true at all, Kusumoto-san. You were always destined to move up in the world. I've got to be honest with you. A woman as virtuous and as capable as you deserves the world and then some.
But how is Mitsuru-kun?
I'm afraid he's still asleep. Nothing's changed.
I see. I wish I had the words.
What is it you wanted?
If you've been watching the news, you've probably already heard. I've become a prime suspect for a crime. They think I murdered Yokosawa in her apartment.
I heard.
Obviously, it wasn't me who killed her, of course. Do you happen to remember Sawa-kun by any chance?
The girl from your class. She was the only one of those students who ever came to visit Mitsuru. But even then, that's been at least 10 years now. I got a letter from her once. She wanted to tell me she'd become a teacher. But I never did reply. And that was the last I'd heard from her.
I see.
So back to my question. What do you want?
I hope you weren't planning to ask me for a favor. I'm afraid the answer would be no.
No, it's not that. It's just... I wanted to let you know that at some point, someone may come to you to ask a few questions about me. I thought I should give you a heads up. I'll make every effort to ensure they won't cause any trouble for you, Kusumoto-san. I'm sorry about this. I'll try to handle it from my side.
So in your opinion, then,
Do you believe anything related to you could cause me any trouble?
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll be just fine.
We're almost to the signal. Kill the headlights.
Yeah, just make it more obvious.
Looks like we were right on the money. This proves Reiko Kusamoto's phone is compromised. And if there's one organization capable of tracing a call and moving on it, it's gotta be public security on the hunt for Kawana.
Public security is really coming straight to you by car?
No. There's no way they could mobilize their people that quickly. My guess, it's gotta be the prefectural police that they've got in their pocket.
Or just
it's
RK.
I will say it's been great to hear your voice again. But this should be the last time you ever hear from me. I'll try my best.
I understand. Goodbye.
Hey, look. It's a drone. It has a phone attached to it. Shoot it. Shoot it down.
You sure?
Just take it down. Hurry it up. Hey, what the fuck are you aiming at?
I can't hit it. It's too small.
Shit. Damn, dude. How the hell are we supposed to chase down a drone? And where the fuck is this Kawana guy?
Who knows, man? They called us in to catch this shithead, but how the hell are we supposed to do that? It's fucked up. Do we look like spec ops?
Yeah, right. But at least you gotta shoot that thing.
This is my second time, actually. I took a few shots at some kids in a park. I aimed at the ground and sent those little shits running for their lives.
We're done here. Pack it in.
That's 6 punks and only one gun between you by my count.
And the biggest idiot had the gun.
It's you guys in charge. I'm sure Kawana would have had this whole thing solved a long time ago. Well, then again, I suppose I do have to give you credit for how fast you made it here.
That was my gun, asshole!
Who's the one giving the orders? You may as well just level with me. You guys are RK's bottom rung, right?
Sounds like you must know Kawana. Well, I guess we're not gonna be leaving here empty-handed after all. Come on! We're taking this guy in, boys! Fuck him up!
Take that, you little punk.
Who sent you here?
The order came from the head honchos in RK.
You mean Soma?
Not that high up. It was one of the bosses. There's a bunch of them.
What did they tell you to do once you found Kawana?
They just said to catch him. Well, they also made it very clear not to kill him. Like we'd pull the trigger. We never even heard what our cut was.
Just another useless grunt. Tell me, gentlemen, how would you feel if you found out you were just pawns in public security's game?
We're playing what game now?
I suggest you quit RK while you can. Go tell your buddies. Get them out too. Otherwise, they'll keep you in the dark, use you, and toss you aside. And then, you'll end up in a ditch there's no crawling out of.
Yes?
Pardon me. You would be Reiko Kusumoto, correct?
Sir, it's a little late for this. And how'd you get in here in the first place? I've expressly forbid having visitors.
Calm down. I'm a coordinator with the National Police Bureau, but I'm sure you're familiar with my Division of Public Security. Bondo is my name.
Bondo.
Are you now? Well, I'm afraid coordinator is rather vague.
I have a more public-facing title as well, of course. But I'm trying to be discreet here, so let's not get bogged down with minor details. It's in our best interests. I'm afraid that won't help. I've already seen to that.
What is this?
There's a question I need answered with some urgency, Kusumoto-san. It concerns the disappearance of a certain individual.
Huh.
About 5 years ago, a man vanished off the streets of Kamurocho. I'm sure you'll recognize him. A former classmate of Mitsuru-kun here, Shinya Kawai. I believe there are things you might know. I can say that with some level of certainty as a matter of fact.
Already 2:12. Loading, loading, loading. So he's the one behind everything, no doubt about it.
A shadow looms over Yagami and Koana. Japan's National Intelligence Agency, Public Security, fixes its gaze on Reiko Kusumoto of the Ministry of Health. 5 years ago, Koana prompted her to take revenge on Shinya Kawai for pushing her son to the brink. Secrets can only lie dormant so long, and upon their waking, chaos ensues.
Chapter 11, we're getting closer. See, that's the problem. I don't know if I should wait till Wednesday to play this again. Because I know the cutscenes are just going to get longer from here on out. A few days later.
You've done it again, Tsukumo. Can't believe you found it.
I figured Mitsuru Kusumoto would be in one of the better hospitals around the health ministry. That narrowed it down to just a few locations. Then I pinpointed the exact one through sheer determination.
And that led you to Toto University Hospital. So Mitsuru is still lying in a coma there?
Yep. Reiko Kusumoto has been visiting her son every night for the past 13 years, even after she became vice minister. If you gentlemen want to meet her in person, that would be your best chance.
Yagami, you seriously think you can convince Reiko Kusumoto to turn herself in?
Well, try at least. She's at the top of the food chain. If it comes out that she committed murder, the whole country's gonna lose it. If they hadn't tried to hide it, nobody else would have needed to pay for it. Sawa-sensei. Yeah, and if she confesses to killing Kawai, public security will run out of reasons to keep defending RK. So in theory, that should free up the police to pursue Soma about Sawa-sensei.
Totally agree with you there.
But Kawana-san's against that, right? Didn't he say he wouldn't let her turn herself in?
Yeah. That's why he's... So, you're just gonna show up? You do know she's probably surrounded by public security at all times, don't you?
Just means we gotta be prepared for that. Like the professional detective.
Prepared?
Just leave it to us. Yagami-san, I gotta go get ready. Let's meet at Toto University Hospital.
Got it.
Is that where Kaito-san's at?
So what do you need from me in this, Yagami? Got any old acquaintances in RK? Think you can find out where Soma and Akutsu are? You forget who you're talking to? Why wouldn't I be able to cover that? I knew a few ex-Tojo guys who go in and out of RK on the regular. Thanks. Watch your back. If they find out you're spying on them, they won't like it. I'll be ready. Like the professional ex-Yakuza I am. See ya.
He's rough around the edges, but in the end, he comes through.
Yeah. Turns out he's got extra time on his hands.
Why don't you hire him at your office, Yagami-shi?
I'll talk about that with Kaito-san once he recovers. Anyway, sorry, Tsukumo. We have to take Sukiura from you again.
Why start apologizing now? It's all good. We'll talk again.
I should head to Toto University Hospital and convince Reiko Kusumoto to turn herself in. Alright. Yeah, we'll probably end the stream here. I think it's just going to get longer cutscenes. I think I'm in the last 2 chapters, maybe 3. Thank you for Hector and VGDS coming in and a few drifters and all that. Have a great one, guys. Daigyo Kusatsu is headed out. I'll see you next time.